win. I want to win big. I'm going to crush this guy. I'm going to beat him in the first round.
I agree that this could be a short night, but potentially for him.
The fans have come here. They want to see me fight. They want to see me win, and I'm going to do just that.
He's talking about wanting respect, and he deserves this, but you got to earn respect, and he hasn't earned it yet.
Mike's in over his head. You know, he's done a lot of talking. He's saying, I'm not giving him the respect he deserves and this and that. But, you know, I'm not here to respect people.
My goal is the same as it always is, and that's to get that knockout. And if tonight goes my way, I'm going to knock him out in the first round.
He's got to keep my right hand off his chin. And if it lands once, I'll tuck him into bed with it.
I get to fight the living legend. You know, I get to fight Randy Couture, Captain America.
My job in this fight is to hunt Brandon Vera down and get in his face, pressure him, and make him fight me all 3 rounds.
I want to beat that man, and I've been training every day of my life for tonight.
Time to end this suffering. I need a minute to myself. You will never get to me. What can't be done, I'll do myself. What you want to fall? What you want to control? What you want to fall? No one, I fall. So great. What you want to fall? What you want to control? Inside. What you want to fall? No one, I fall. So great. You will never get to me. What can't be done, I'll do myself. What you want to fall? What you want to control? Inside. What you want to fall? No one, I fall. So great. Face the pain, no escape to the step to this. Face the pain, no escape to the step to this. Face the pain, face the pain, rip me into pieces. Face the pain, no escape to the step to this. Face the pain, no escape to the step to this. Face the pain, rip me into pieces.
The world-famous Octagon has returned to beautiful Manchester here in the United Kingdom. We are sold out and set for UFC 105, Couture versus Vera. Oh, the Brits love a fight, and they will get plenty of them here tonight. Hi again, everybody. I'm Mike Goldberg. Welcome once again to the Ultimate Fighting Championship. When Brandon Vera first made his UFC debut back in 2005, immediately after he defeated Fabiano Scherner, he called out the Iceman Chuck Liddell, and then he made the claim that he would be the first man in UFC history to hold both the UFC light heavyweight and UFC heavyweight title simultaneously. Well, the old saying is, to be a legend, you must beat a legend. And for Brandon Vera, he gets that opportunity tonight. My partner, as always, Joe Rogan. And Joe, Randy Couture is the legend he will face.
Oh, he is a legend. He is a UFC Hall of Famer, former heavyweight and light heavyweight champion. Gigantic opportunity for Brandon Vera. With Randy Couture, you can't get more experience. You can't get more technique. His wrestling is outstanding. His ground and pound and dirty boxing is the best. Brandon Vera is an excellent grappler of his own. He's also got tremendous kicking and punching ability. His Muay Thai is outstanding, and this is a huge, huge opportunity for him tonight.
Well, UFC welterweight champion George Rush St. Pierre is in attendance tonight, and he will be watching very closely the welterweight match between Dan Hardy and Mike Swift.
Yeah, the winner of this fight could potentially face GSP, and it's a huge, huge fight for both men. For Mike Quick Swift, he's got a wealth of experience, both at middleweight and at welterweight. Dan Hardy has less fights, but he's still equally dangerous. He's got knockout power, he's very brash, very confident, and he's had a lot of success in the UFC and a lot of momentum behind him.
Not surprisingly, it's loud in here, the crowd is boisterous, and we are set to go. The Octagon back in the MEN. Manchester, England here tonight, and on the card, all 3 of Britain's Ultimate Fighters. In a welterweight collision, Ultimate Fighter winner, the Brit, James Lightning Wilkes, one of the winners in Season 9, takes on Cincinnati, Ohio's the immortal Matt Brown. At middleweight, it's Michael the Count Bisping, the first Brit to win the Ultimate Fighter and one of the most popular fighters in the sport today, taking on mixed martial arts veteran Dennis Kang. Our rules of the Octagon are brought to you by Tap Out, an expression of combat known worldwide, now available at tapout.com. In terms of attitude, you probably couldn't find two fighters more similar than Aaron Riley and Ross Pearson. Yet while Riley is looking towards a title shot in 2010, Pearson hopes to make his name in the lightweight division by taking out the veteran tonight.
I definitely think Aaron Riley's beatable, you know. Styles makes fights, and I definitely think I've got the style to beat Aaron Riley.
With Ross being an Ultimate Fighter winner, he's kind of got the more name recognition in UFC, so if I can beat him, I can steal some of that thunder.
Aaron Riley has yet to hit his 30th birthday, but he has already compiled 40 bouts over 12 years as a professional, making him one of the most experienced battlers in the game. This gives him an immediate edge when the bell rings, something he plans on utilizing tonight against Ross Pearson.
I realize I'm going to be the bad guy coming into the fight, but I just plan on taking the crowd energy and using it as a positive and go out and perform my best.
Known as the real deal, Ross Pearson certainly lived up to his nickname as the former bricklayer put on his hard hat and went to work during the Ultimate Fighter, eventually defeating Andre Winner in the finals. Tonight, he truly begins his UFC career.
Only a year ago, I was just a normal guy fighting weekends on local shows and in workmen's clubs, you know. And now I'm on a pay-per-view UFC main card, and I think it's my time.
This young man at just 28 years old has 28 mixed martial arts victories. A 12-year professional in the MMA game, Aaron Riley has been in there with some of the best and turned in some spectacular performances.
Yeah, I mean, this guy has a tremendous amount of experience, Mike. 40 professional mixed martial arts bouts. He is, you know, just really rugged, excellent stand-up, tough as nails. And as you said, he's been in there with so many tough guys. Beat down George Gurgel, won the rematch with Shane Nelson after the very controversial stoppage in the first match. And you see there now he's being trained by the legendary Greg Jackson, and of course Joe Stevenson and all the training partners there with him down in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Tremendous camp. So you've got a really well-prepared, focused Aaron Riley, and it's a big mountain for Ross Pearson to climb.
Well, Aaron Riley and Joe Stevenson have been close for a long time. Joe Stevenson was the first to go full-time in his training to Albuquerque with Greg Jackson, and as Joe has told us, it was just such a great atmosphere, that of the camaraderie and the tightness of the team. He said, Aaron Riley, come on, you got to come down. And Aaron has said the same thing. He's trained all over the place. He said, best camp atmosphere ever, at least for him, is the one he's found with Jackson MMA.
Well, it all trickles down from the top, and Greg Jackson is a tremendous human being. Just a fantastic coach.
Good at pretty much everything, maybe not great at one particular thing, but you want to talk well-rounded and experienced. You have Aaron Riley, winner of 4 of his last 5 fights, as he's set to take on the Brit here tonight in Manchester. This is certainly a big night, and Ross Pearson hopes a good night. Born in Sunderland in the UK, Ross Pearson, 25 years old, fighting on the same card as his hero, Randy the Natural Couture.
We saw Ross Pearson. He put on a tremendous performance in the house of the Ultimate Fighter, and then ultimately in the finals did fantastic against Andre Winner. A really, really tightly contested bout where his conditioning and his technique just got him the nod in a very close, unanimous decision. He's a really solid guy, very solid fighter. He's got good submissions, good chin, good power in his strikes, and this is a big leap for him, though. I mean, coming from the house, being the Ultimate Fighter, he's got 14 mixed martial arts fights, but Aaron Riley is well ahead of that.
Ross Pearson, a black belt in Taekwondo, a brown belt in Judo, representing Team Roughhouse here in the UK. Dan Hardy, Paul Daly, Nico Shipjack, Andre Winner, who he fought in the finals, as you mentioned. You see Dean Amsinger, who was on the show in the background, and Pearson is fired up.
Yeah, that Team Roughhouse is really emerging as one of the top camps in the UK. So many big MMA camps here now. London Shoot Fighters, of course. The Wolf Slayer. There's MMA in the UK, as you can see here tonight, is just blowing up.
Aaron Riley, Ross Pearson will begin our night. Our tail of the tape for this lightweight matchup is brought to you by Bud Light. With the just right taste, that's not too heavy, not too light. The difference is drinkability. Pearson, 3 years younger than Riley. 11.1 stone for Ross Pearson, 11 exactly for Riley. The reach is identical. To get us officially started from here in Manchester tonight, here is the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from the MEN Arena in Manchester, England. And now, it's time to begin our first bout of the evening. 3 rounds of fighting in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 28 wins, 11 losses, and 1 draw. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds, 11 stone. Fighting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, USA, Aaron Riley. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 11 wins with 3 losses. Standing 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 156 pounds, 11.1 stone. Fighting out of Sunderland, England. Ladies and gentlemen, he is an Ultimate Fighter season winner, Ross the Real Deal Pearson. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon is Mark Goddard.
Mark Goddard, our referee. The beautiful Ariani and Logan making the trip with our UFC crew back to the MEN Arena, Manchester, England. First fight of the night. And we are underway. Pearson in the red trunks. Riley the southpaw in the white trunks. Ross Pearson was that guy when everybody got introduced that first day of season 9 that a lot of people at home went, oh, that kid's gonna win. And he did. He's got great attitude, great talent, great respect for the sport, and thus great respect for his opponent tonight, Aaron Riley.
Both guys have a very similar style. They like to stand up, but they're both very good on the ground as well. Both are bangers, both have tremendous endurance.
I mean, if this is, and it is, his official UFC debut, this is the real deal for Ross Pearson taking on Riley.
That's jumping right into the deep end of the pool. Both guys are showing a lot of respect for each other off the bat. Pearson's looking for a home for that right hand.
There it is. He tried to throw it, Joe. He tried to throw the straight right. He's got that right hand ready to jackhammer away with.
He landed a nice short one in there. And Riley just a little bit short with his kick.
And again with the right hand.
He's throwing it nice and tight.
He's got it right in the ready position. Nice kick. Aaron Riley fighting for the 6th time here in the UFC, coming off that win in the rematch over Shane Nelson in Philadelphia. Nice combination again by Pearson.
Aaron seems to be having a hard time loosening up here, Mike. Pearson's already seeming to fall into his groove, but Aaron's still a little tight. Pearson's throwing some feints here. He's got the clinch. Nice knee to the body. He's throwing him around here.
Pearson doing a good job here early.
Nice uppercut, a nice straight right.
And the body.
One thing about Aaron Riley, he's very durable. I mean, the Robbie Lawler fight is an excellent example of that. He took tremendous punishment in that fight. His wars with Yves Edwards.
He's taking some punishment here early,
Yes,
Joe.
he is. Big knees and a big punch. Pearson's all over him.
Cuts. Oh,
nice.
Good shot to the body.
I like that, Mike. I like how he's mixing it up.
Pearson again with the knee.
He's bullying Aaron Riley. Aaron's legs buckled right there, Mike.
And if the crowd were not already excited, a good start for the Brit.
I really like how he's mixing it up, Mike. Really mixing up the kicks and the punches to the body and to the head.
Used the clinch nicely.
Yeah, it's very clear momentum is on Ross Pearson's side. Huge test, and he so far is passing it with flying colors.
Nicely done over the top. Left hook connects. See if he tries to set up that right hand again. Oh, right into the midsection.
Nice body kick. Aaron Riley returns with a knee.
Well, as you said, Aaron Riley's a gamer.
Yeah, you mean he's going to be here every minute of every round.
Pearson, there's the right hand,
kick by Aaron Riley too, though, Mike.
.132 remains in round one. Riley looking to loosen up, as Joe talked about, find his range.
Good check.
Tonight, Manchester, 1 week from tonight, Tito Ortiz, Forrest Griffin, the rematch. UFC 106.
Pearson is all over Aaron Riley.
Aaron Riley with the left. Pearson ducks under. Under a minute. Remains in round one.
I'm watching Greg Jackson here, and Greg Jackson is shouting out to Aaron Riley. He wants him to come forward.
Takedown might not be a bad idea.
I don't think, yeah. And there he tries right here. I don't think he likes that Aaron is backing up and that Ross is pressuring him. He wants, yeah, he keeps saying it. He wants Aaron to pressure Ross. But that's easier said than done, of course.
Yeah, Ross is finding his groove, and again, he steps forward with the kick. Manny's using that Muay Thai clinch nicely.
Yeah, nice knees to the head and the body. And he mixes it up with punches. He lets go and immediately punches.
Impressive start here tonight for Ross Pearson.
And you hear Ross's corner yell out, right, just like in the gym. And here's some of that beautiful work by Ross Pearson. Just knees and punches to the body and to the head, elbow. And here, that's a very nice body kick right there. Really mixed it up nicely in that round.
You have this guy's number. You hear me, Aaron? So that's fine. What I need you to do now is bring the old Aaron back. Give me some forward motion and add some takedowns in there, okay? Yeah. So we're gonna add some takedowns in there. Now listen, you gotta start mixing your kicks up too, especially high kick, okay?
So, and you know what I mean? But you must defend.
UFC President Dana White, he's tweeting tonight. Dana's on Twitter at twitter.com/Dana White.
We're all on Twitter, people.
Everybody, Twitter's ruling.
I'm JoeRogan.net on Twitter, DOTNET. You gotta spell it out.
If you don't, it won't get you.
No, you get some dude pretending to be me. There's a lot of those. That's a weird life.
It is a weird life. Dana halfway around the world here in the UK tonight. Tweeting away. Pearson and Riley set for round two.
All right, you heard Greg Jackson. He wants forward motion, mixing up with takedowns and throwing some high kicks.
Caught it again. Even the threat of the takedown can slow your opponent down, Joe.
Ross
Pearson pushes forward again.
Again with that Muay Thai clinch.
Take it down, Aaron. That's it. Stay
Good knees both ways.
Now, pull him around. There you go.
Aaron looking for a takedown. Throws a kick.
Takedown, Aaron. Just like that. Here's game plan, Aaron. Here's game plan.
Ross Pearson, a huge fan of this sport as a youngster, and he's just thrilled to say, I'm not just a UFC fan now, I'm a competitor. And he looks good tonight, over the top again.
And right when it looked like he was getting some success, Aaron Riley gets pushed away and gets kneed and punched in the face.
Well, Riley definitely trying to push forward like Greg Jackson talked about, Joe. Wow, left, right, right.
Really tight boxing by Pearson.
Very technically astute boxer he is. Impressive and aggressive clinch game that he's using over and over again. On paper, Riley may have an advantage on the ground, but this fight hasn't even come close to going there.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say he does. I mean, we haven't seen. But Ross Pearson's got some good submissions himself. You know, as we said, that team Roughhouse with him and Andre Winter and all these really tough guys, Dan Hardy, they just got a fantastic camp.
Well, we've always talked about that, Joe. You train with guys that are as good, if not better than you on a daily basis. That's how you become a champion.
Well, we saw Andre Winter earlier tonight, and the outstanding striking that he displayed, you know, and this guy, Ross Pearson, training with him, also displaying this tight, outstanding striking.
Dan Hardy on the card tonight. Paul Daly, impressive UFC debut. Good knees again.
That guy is a beast.
Yeah.
Semtex, Paul Daly, that guy has got some exciting fights in his future. Excellent combination there by Pearson. Really, he's got Aaron Riley very tentative, which is a rare thing to see.
Oh, again,
he's outclassing Aaron Riley in his UFC debut. I mean, you know, the guy was on The Ultimate Fighter. He won The Ultimate Fighter, but it's always thought that those guys are just, they need to prove themselves in the actual UFC. And he's proving himself right now. He's proving himself with flying colors.
Would you have predicted it to be this lopsided?
No, I thought it was going to be a tough fight. I thought they were pretty evenly matched, but Pearson is just having his way with Aaron Riley.
Continues to mix things up. 2 minutes remains in round 2. Eddie Bravo and 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu going to work with the members of Team Roughhouse as well. Teach them a little rubber guard.
Tell you, you know, this is a really unexpected thing to see.
Like how he works these short uppercuts, Joe.
Because Aaron Riley has so much experience, you know, and he's looked so good. I mean, the stand-up match that he had with George Gurgel. I mean, George Gurgel's got some really solid stand-up, and you know, Aaron outclassed him, and here we see him just getting beat up by a guy who's really making his official UFC debut.
Season 9 Ultimate Fighter lightweight winner Ross Pearson. The Ultimate Finale heavyweights comes your way Saturday, December 5th from the Pearl at the Palms in Las Vegas. Find out who the next Ultimate Fighter will be. Plus, Matt the Hammer Hamill takes on John Bones Jones. Live on Spike at 9 p.m. in the U.S. Check your listings internationally.
Aaron Riley has to do something dramatic here, Mike.
Tickets still available for the Ultimate Finale.
Even as he's throwing these kicks, he's throwing them tentative, you know?
Log on to UFC.com, uk.ufc.com. Now Riley going to try to work.
And as he's trying, Pearson is landing some shots and
bloodied up.
Riley's cut bad.
I don't know if he caught him with that flying knee, Joe, if that cut him or not. But he's opened one up and they're going to check the cut.
Yeah, wow, it is just leaking. Blood is pouring out of his face, Mike. This might be it.
Look at me. Look at me.
Is it this one?
It might very well have been that flying knee right there. Just jumped into it and then landed a right hand on the spot as well.
Oh shit, man. That's got to go.
I think that's a wrap.
That's it. All over! Ross Pearson!
Wow.
Is victorious!
Really tremendous performance by Ross Pearson. I'm very, very impressed. You know, we knew he was solid, but until you see a guy facing a real veteran like Aaron Riley, you don't know. You don't know how good he really truly is. And tonight, Ross Pearson really showed that he belongs in the heat at 155.
He is the real deal. Flying knee opens up Aaron Riley, leads to the doctor stoppage. He just mixed it up all night long, and boom, that's the one. And his Muay Thai clinch was so impressive. Pulls down on the head as he delivers the knee. Follows it up with some hooks, some shots to the body, an uppercut. And wow, all night long, very versatile and very technical. In victory was Pearson. Bruce Buffer with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Goddard, on the advice of the doctor, has called a stop to this contest, declaring the winner by TKO at 4 minutes, 38 seconds of the second round, Ross, the real deal, Pearson.
Well, he's right. Tonight was going to be a good night. Ross Pearson with Joe.
All right, I'm here with a very happy Ross Pearson. Ross, this is a tremendous test for you tonight. You're coming off winning the Ultimate Fighter, and you step into your first official UFC bout in England against a guy who's got a tremendous record ahead of him, and you really put on a show tonight. Outstanding performance. I mean, really, everything must have went exactly as you planned.
Yeah, thanks. I know Aaron was a tough opponent for my first bout, so I went away and I done 15 weeks solid training camp. I just done nothing but think about Aaron and train for Aaron, and everything come together tonight. It come out perfect.
Well, very few guys have ever dominated Aaron Riley the way you did tonight. Just a really beautiful technical performance. This really sends a message to the other guys in the 155-pound division that you're for real.
Cheers, thank you. I mean, I'm taking this a lot serious, you know. This is my life now, this is what I do. I love training, I love fighting, and I'm just going to do this to 100% all the time. I love the UK fans, come on!
Tremendous debut tonight. We can't wait to see you again. Ross Pearson, ladies and gentlemen.
Ross Pearson defeats the veteran Aaron Riley. 4:38 of the second, the official stoppage. UFC 105.
Beat me because I won the last show.
I know Wilkes wants to come in and knock my head off, so I have every intention of getting to his head first and knocking it off.
A rugged battler who took no shortcuts on his way to the UFC, Matt Brown has built a sizable fan base since his run on The Ultimate Fighter, thanks to big wins over Ryan Thomas and Pete Sell. Tonight will be another opportunity to shine.
I see myself breaking him down piece by piece with my pressure until he breaks.
On The Ultimate Fighter, it was clear that James Wilkes had come to get a UFC contract, not get TV time. In the end, he accomplished his mission by defeating DeMarcus Johnson in the finale. And tonight, it's the first fight of his post-Ultimate Fighter career.
I think he's making a big mistake. I've been training hard and I'm ready. I'm either going to knock him out or take him down and tap him out.
Born in Xenia, Ohio, fighting out of the Queen City of Cincinnati, Matt Brown quickly has become a fan favorite here in the UFC. He's improved drastically since his days in the Ultimate Fighter house when he was a member of Forrest Griffin's team.
And even in the Ultimate Fighter house, he was known as being a very hard man. He's a very mentally strong dude, very tough. He's got solid boxing and submissions as well as takedown defense and wrestling. He's a big test for any fighter. He's got a chance since his time in the Ultimate Fighter. He's got a chance since season 7 to really develop as an MMA fighter, get some experience in the real UFC against Pete Sell. That vicious beating he gave Pete Sell, the Ryan Thomas fight, and the very close fight where he lost to Dong Hyun Kim.
Coming off a full-time training camp in the Pacific Northwest with Matt Hume, of course, Rich Franklin, one of Matt's good friends from Cincinnati and training partners, has gone the way of Matt Hume on frequent occasion. Matt Brown recently lost his father, James, to his battle with leukemia, so our prayers are out to the Brown family as Matt Brown, the immortal one, enters the octagon here tonight in Manchester. The proud Ohioan understands that he's in there with another very skilled fighter, but he plans on walking away the victor here tonight. Unbeaten since 2006, James Wilkes, born in Leicester here in the UK, moved to the United States at age 22, so he's been in the US about a decade, fights out of Laguna Hills now. But James Wilkes competed on The Ultimate Fighter as a Brit, and it was that British sweep alongside Ross Pearson on season number 9.
Yeah, I was very impressed with Wilkes on the show, and really impressed with him in the finals. Really, DeMarcus Johnson was thought to be one of the toughest guys in the house, and Wilkes really dominated him in the finals. He just showed that he's very well-rounded. His ground game and his stand-up, equally strong. You see there Eric Paulson with him, who is one of the veterans of MMA, former Shuto champion and a legendary trainer who also works with Brock Lesnar. James Wilkes obviously is in great company there in his training camp.
Brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, a black belt in Taekwondo. Defeated DeMarcus Johnson back at the Palms in June to become the welterweight Ultimate Fighter in the first round, very late in the first round. He's been around with his father, around the Army and the National Guard vet. His father introduced him to karate when he was just 8 years old, and what you have here is a battle of two pretty gritty dudes.
Very gritty guys.
Not afraid to get into a brawl.
No, and both guys are very technical as well. It's very equally matched up. And whoa, look at that. What did he do to deserve that? How dare you, Eric Paulson?
Matt Brown, James Wilkes, set to go here at 170 tonight. Our tale of the tape for this welterweight fight is brought to you by Bud Light. With the just right taste, that's not too heavy, not too light. The difference is drinkability. Wilkes, born here in Britain, 3 years the elder. Matt Brown, everything else is virtually identical. Once again with our official introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 12 wins, 7 losses. Standing 6 feet tall, weighing in at 170 pounds, 12.1 stone. Fighting out of Cincinnati, Ohio, USA, Matt the Immortal Brown. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 7 wins with 2 losses. Standing 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 169 pounds, 12 stone. Fighting out of Laguna Hills, California, by way of Leicester, England. Ladies and gentlemen, he is an Ultimate Fighter season winner, James Lightning Wilkes. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is Leon Roberts.
Leon Roberts, our referee for this battle at 170 from the MEN here in Manchester. James Wilkes and Matt Brown.
You ready to fight? You ready to fight? Bring it on.
And here we go. Matt Brown, they can't decide if they're going to touch gloves or not. Matt Brown in the black trunks, blue trunks for James Wilkes.
Matt Brown has been spending his time training with the legendary Matt Hume, the Wizard, working on his complete MMA game.
Well, you want to talk about having the mental fortitude of an Ultimate Fighter. Matt Brown has truly displayed that. And as you said in the house, it looked like he carried it every single day.
Yeah, he's a strong-minded dude. He's all business. Wilkes has got him pressed up against the cage here, looking for an opening. Brown is covering up. Nice elbow by Brown.
Top, yeah.
I like how Wilkes immediately dropped down from that elbow there and looked for the takedown. And Brown is defending well.
Nicely done by Matt Brown.
Brown looking for Kimura, Mike. Look at that, the left arm of Wilkes. Look at that, Wilkes uses the jump on his back. Very nice. Wilkes has got a nice rear naked choke. He used it to win the Ultimate Fighter. Decided to let go of it. But it showed that he's threatening. Guillotine attempt here by Brown.
Wilkes leaning up against his opponent on the fence.
Wilkes is posturing up and turning that arm up so that Brown can't really get the weight on him.
Brown gives it up, Joe.
Yeah. It's very hard to press a guy down once he's got that posture and his neck up high. Oftentimes it's you have to make a decision. You know, how much effort am I going to put into this? How much am I going to fight this off? Is it worth the energy? What's the reward? And Brown decided to let it go, and now they're going to break. Both guys very technical so far, very tactical.
Don't forget, the UFC Poker Room is now open. Your opportunity to win all kinds of cash and prizes.
Good combinations by Brown. It forces Wilkes to move for the takedown, but Brown defends it.
UFC Poker Room. It's free at UFC.com/poker. You win a seat next to the UFC Octagon girls.
You hear Matt Hume yelling at Matt Brown to lower your hips, keep your base. Wants him to avoid that takedown. Someone's bleeding, Mike. It may be Wilkes, because I can't see Brown's face, or I don't see any cuts on Brown's face, rather.
This clinch work that both of these guys are utilizing, Joe, is exhausting.
Yes, it is, and it's, I mean, when you're watching it at home, it doesn't look like much is happening, but these guys are pushing against each other the entire time.
Oh, nice kick. And
nice
the
uppercut as well.
That left leg kick, the head kick connected quickly, and now Wilkes is pushing forward.
Does Wilkes have a mouse under his left eye, Mike? It's tough to see because his back is to us this entire time. But it looks like he may have a mouse under the left eye.
When they backed off before, Joe, it looked like he rubbed under his left eye, looking to like clear some blood, and there you see the mouse.
Yeah. Matt Brown struggling to retain that underhook, and he does. And he turns Wilkes against the cage now.
Wilkes is taught martial arts. He's taught young children, men and women, all the way up to Marines and the DEA, some martial arts. So Wilkes is very well versed in many, many things, teaching and displaying his talents inside the octagon.
Yeah, that's a bad mouse. His left eye's closing up. I don't know what caused that. One of the strikes that Brown landed.
Perhaps short strikes that both of them, Joe.
Wilkes again working very hard for that takedown, but Brown doing a good job of defending it. Brown is getting deep with that guillotine here. Now Wilkes has got to defend that. He's got to be a little careful. If Brown gets his hands together, and he does get his hands together. Oh, he's
looking
turning
to finish, standing guillotine.
He's digging. It's very deep, Mike. Oh, but look at that. He gets out of it when Wilkes drops down. Oh, very nice takedown.
So Wilkes has an answer for Brown's submission attempt. Under 30 seconds remains in round one. Fight scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds.
Brown is looking for, it looks like he's looking for a Kimura on the left arm of Wilkes. He's trying to wrap it up, but Wilkes is again going to try to take his back when he does that. If he can get his hand free, and he does.
Well, and again he looks for the head kick.
Get the kicks up, get the kicks up.
I don't know what was wrong with that kick. I thought that was right on the leg.
Joe, we talked about two gritty dudes coming in here. That was a first round full of grit.
And here's an excellent combination here by Matt Brown. There's a right hand that probably caused the mouse under the left eye of James Wilkes. And there's a nice head kick. Wobbled Brown a little bit, and an uppercut behind it. Excellent round.
Keep your hands up when he comes in. Hands at home, okay? And then, are you feeling rocked right now?
No, okay.
Okay. That high kick scored. I need you to do that again. Give me some water, guys. Water, water, water. There's the bucket.
Stitch working on the mouse under the left eye of Wilkes.
Yeah, what that is a thing called an end swell. It's a piece of metal they stick in ice so it gets very, very cold, and then they use it to press on the swelling and push it away from the injury. And he's actually lowered the mouse down a little bit there. Still a little puffy. Still going to impair his vision a little bit, but Stitch did a great job there.
Okay, Matt, let's get after him. Get
in the
some
corner
space.
of Brown, Matt Hume.
It's a very important tool in a corner man's bucket, and it's what was missing in the Mike Tyson-Buster Douglas fight.
Right back.
Made Mike Tyson's camp very criticized.
Bring it on, come on.
Round two. Good leg kick early by Brown. Very evenly contested round one.
Nice jabs by Wilkes. Good counter right by Brown. Oh, high kick by Brown.
To the body.
Flying knee.
Oh, that caught him. Looking to finish his Matt Brown. Brown is all over Wilkes. Matt Brown caught him with the flying knee and hurt him.
Wilkes has got to tie him up here. Brown's trying to finish. He's going for a leg. He's got to be careful here, because when you go for a leg, you commit both your arms to that leg, and you can't defend yourself against punches.
And you saw Matt Brown, Joe, go right for the hammer fist. Gonna try to get that leg free.
And Brown gets that leg free, Wilkes is gonna be even in more trouble. He's in trouble right now. He's going for that leg, but now Brown may be in trouble. Oh, this might be it. Look at that, slips right out of it.
And again with a big shot. Matt Brown.
Standing guillotine again.
Tried it in round 1.
You hear Matt Hume saying, create space and use the knees. Matt Hume screaming that out. He's saying, keep your space. He's gassed.
Which could lead to success if he tries that guillotine again, partner. Wilkes just trying to...
I think he wants to bang with him. I think that's what Matt Hume wants. He wants Brown to stand out and bang with him. Nice leg kick by Wilkes. Wilkes seems to have recovered a bit.
Brown with
nice
the
knee
knees.
and a nice elbow by Brown. That eye of Wilkes is closing up really bad now, Mike.
And you can see the pace of Wilkes is slowed down tremendously.
Nice knee by Brown. Wilkes again looking for that takedown. And again, Matt Brown looking for that Kimura as a counter. See how he does that immediately?
Yep.
This is a bad spot here for Wilkes. He's got to be very careful because Matt Brown could also use this to sweep him. He will stick that right leg in between the leg of Wilkes and roll, pulling that Kimura up and around his back. That's a move Kyle Parisian uses all the time.
Now it's Brown looking to take his opponent down.
Yeah, Brown's got double underhooks. Wilkes has got his mouth wide open and blood's coming out of it. As Brown tries to get behind him, he'll try to drop his weight back and pull Wilkes
look
to
at the left
ground.
side of his face now, Joe.
Yeah, his eye is very badly swollen. Matt has got a whizzer. He might try to take him down with this.
Wilkes still pushing forward, though.
Yeah, as you said, both guys very gritty dudes.
Let's make it work, guys. Let's make it work. I'll split you up.
They're working, man. What are you talking about?
Like you said, this is hard work.
Yeah, I appreciate this. You know, you got to let these guys fight for position. You got to let them grind it out. It's part of fighting.
140 remains in the round.
You know, but we live in this short attention span world where everything's got to be quick.
What?
High kick.
Again. Good
nice
uppercut.
combination by Brown.
Dropped him not once but twice.
This might be
Brown. Hammer fists.
And Wilkes is fighting through it, though. Oh, he's going for a guillotine again.
And Wilkes is gassed.
Yeah, he's taking some punishment in this round for sure, Mike. Brown is starting to take over.
It all started, Joe, with that flying knee that landed early in the round.
Yeah, that was a punishing shot. That took a lot out of Wilkes. And Brown is transitioning to the back here. And Wilkes lets him down. Oh! Beautiful job by Wilkes. Rolls him over into side control, and so effortlessly. He just took advantage of the momentum as Matt Brown wanted to roll him over. He's exhausted, he's battered, but he has not given up.
Wilkes inside control.
Good job by Matt Brown. Hips up, got that knee in position.
Keep the space, Matt. Take his hips away.
Take his hips away and keep your space.
You can see how slow Wilkes is moving. He's just trying to recover, but he's taking so much punishment in that round.
Moving, drop some elbows. Okay, kick him. Kick him. Man, he's got nothing. Go out the back door. He's got nothing.
Final 10 seconds of round 2.
Up kick.
Triangle. Oh, man.
Brown felt like he had it.
Oh, that was so quick, too.
He waited for Wilkes to commit.
Ah, he slapped that on.
Sit down.
That was a good one.
Need your head up a little bit. Give me your mouthpiece.
James, you have to use your jab more. Don't let him get in these positions, all right?
How's your eye, James?
Good.
All right.
James, you get on top position first. You got run the pipe. You need to listen to your corner, guys.
We're going to take a look at
James,
the
you're gonna
flying
have to
knee
listen
that
to us,
started
okay?
it all off. This is what
I know
got
this
James
is
Wilkes
hard, but you're
in
gonna have
that
to listen to
deep
us.
trouble in that second round.
You're scoring with those kicks. but
First
you're only
round
throwing
pretty
it
close,
once.
but this flying knee, here it is right here. Ba-ba-boom, right on the jaw. And you see him fall back, and he's obviously badly hurt here. And here's a good combination by Matt Brown. Excellent left hook to the body, started it off, and a series of punches to the head, and then some hammer fists on the ground. And this is the end where he almost got him in that triangle. I mean, literally, look at, you see Matt Brown going, damn! He knew he had it.
Third and final round. Leon Roberts to get us started.
You ready to fight? You ready to fight? Bring it on in, come on.
Brown just wants to finish this.
Good inside leg kick by Wilkes.
See how much James Wilkes has been able to recover in that 1 minute rest between rounds, Joe.
He left a little opening there, and Matt Brown shot a good left kick to the body.
Wilkes coming out, trying to keep his opponent at distance with those kicks.
Wilkes is gutting it out, but you can see him, he's slowed down considerably.
Wilkes, winner of the Ultimate Fighter Season 9. As a welterweight, Brown on the show competed at 185, caught him with a left. Went right down to welterweight after his spot on the Ultimate Fighter did Matt Brown.
Yeah, Brown pushing forward, lands a good left hook. Brown definitely appears to be the stronger guy at this point in the fight. And I think a lot of that could be attributed to the punishment that Wilkes has taken.
Again with the knees.
Wilkes is gutting it out here, but there's no doubt whatsoever on who's done more damage. Wilkes has got his back here, and again, Matt looks through that Kimura, and watch out for his left leg, Mike, because and look at this, they change. And now Wilkes is looking for a Kimura, and Wilkes drops down. If he pops that arm up and around towards the back, you can see Matt Brown in some trouble here. Matt is doing a good job of getting it in between his legs, grabbing onto his own leg to try to defend. But Wilkes is still in an excellent position. He's in full guard, and if he can muster up the strength to pull that arm out and pop it up and behind towards the head of Matt Brown, we could see Matt Brown in some real trouble. Now Wilkes has let go with that left arm. Now he's got it again. He's got it high. He's got to get the hands closer to the wrist. Now he does. He adjusts. Matt Brown's in some big trouble.
Matt Brown.
He's in some big trouble.
Wilkes is still working it.
But you know what? In this position, it's not as bad because it's not towards the back and pointed towards his head. You can deal with this.
And he gives it up.
Yeah.
Brown survives. Good submission attempt by Wilkes.
Wilkes is on the top. Oh, he hesitated, and he let Brown get a guillotine on him.
And the mount again.
This may be the end, Joe. Could be it.
Yeah. He's going to finish it right here.
That's it.
And it's all over!
Tremendous performance by Matt Brown.
Matt Brown defeats James Wilkes.
Really a close fight up until that flying knee. Once Matt landed that flying knee, that really seemed to take a lot of wind out of the sails of James Wilkes. Let's take a look at it again here. This is the flying knee that really did the most damage. Just boom, right on the jawline. And you see Wilkes, his eyes roll back, he falls down. He did his best to gut it out. Now here, Wilkes is trying for the Kimura. He grabs it, he's trying to yank it. He gets him down into full guard, tries to pop it up and around behind his head. But, you know, Brown defended it excellent and eventually reversed the position, got on top, and just pounded him out for the victory. Huge, huge, huge performance by Matt Brown.
That's 3 straight wins in the octagon for Matt Brown. Ryan Thomas, Pete Sell, and tonight he defeats James Wilkes. Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Leon Roberts has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 27 seconds of round number 3. Declaring the winner by TKO, Matt the Immortal Brown.
All right, the winner, Matt the Immortal Brown. Matt, tremendous fight. Really seemed like it was a pretty close fight up until you landed that flying knee. Once you landed that flying knee, it seemed to take a lot of the wind out of his sails, and from there you had your way with him.
Yeah, man, I was nervous, a little jet lag coming all the way out here. Affected my cardio a little bit, but, man, that's what champions are made of, man. Working my way up there.
Indeed. Take a look at the flying knee on the big screen here, Matt. This is really what had him in bad, bad trouble. And after that, you landed a tremendous amount of punishment, a lot of brutal punches and kicks, and eventually you got that victory.
Yeah, I still got a lot to work on, man. I mean, I just knew he was going to shoot. I timed it. I was lucky to get out of this. He had that. I don't know how I got out.
Well, you keep improving, and I'm sure we're going to see you improving even more in the future. We look forward to seeing you again. Congratulations. Matt Brown, ladies and gentlemen.
Matt Brown. Great performance tonight. Congratulations from his trainer, Matt Hume. Matt Brown wins here in the UK. Earlier tonight, the arrival here at the MEN Arena of the UFC Hall of Famer, 46-year-old Randy the Natural Couture. Couture's last 4 fights inside the octagon have been as a heavyweight, but tonight he returns to 205, where he was once the UFC light heavyweight champion. Also arriving earlier tonight, his opponent, Brandon the Truth Vera, who since moving from heavyweight to the UFC's light heavyweight division is 3-1 inside the octagon, and he's coming off a very impressive win over Krzysztof Soshinski. Vera fighting Couture later tonight in our main event of the evening. A finalist for Team UK on Season 9 of The Ultimate Fighter. Tonight, the Brit Andre winner fights in his homeland against Rolando Delgado. The beautiful Ariane Logan here tonight, the MEN Arena, Manchester, England. Fight scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds.
You ready to fight? You ready to fight? Bring it on, come on.
Here we go. Delgado in the dark trunks. Andre winner in the white trunks. Delgado with that huge reach advantage. Oh, and he looks for the head kick early. Andre winner dropping those hands, feeling confident.
Delgado comes in with a flying knee, and he's trying to get the clinch, Mike. That's really what he wants to do, is drag this fight to the ground. That's his best chance at victory. As I said, watch for the speed of Andre winner. Outstanding hand speed. Nice kick right there.
That will help to neutralize the speed advantage if Delgado can tie him up. Plus, if Delgado feels stronger than he has before, Joe, he's probably got a lot of confidence in his clinch game with the added weight training.
Oh, big right hand. He got tagged.
Andre winner looking to finish quickly.
And that's what I was talking about, Mike. You see how fast that right hand came out?
That's why he was one of the most popular cast members on Season 9, because you could see the athleticism, Joe.
Not just fast, but perfect technique. His punch came straight down the pipe.
Delgado has composed himself. Delgado was thinking about the switch kick there. Winner's hanging those hands, though, Joe.
Well, he's baiting him. He wants Delgado to come in so he can counter. When you drop that left hand, he's looking for Delgado to try to throw the right so he can come over the top with his own.
And Rolly's got to be careful not to start chasing him, because he's going to walk right into another right hand.
Rolly's got that clinch now. He might even think about pulling guard here, Mike. He has an excellent guard.
And if you look at the strength of Rolly Delgado, if you had to name one, it would be his submission game.
Yo, his jiu-jitsu is very good.
Looks for the knee on the release.
You got to wonder how shook up he is still from that right hand that dropped him. I mean, he's moving around well, but that was a pretty powerful punch.
Mixing it up is Delgado.
Ducked under that one.
You hear the corner of Andre Winner telling him not to lead with the left hook. Don't duck your head right in there and leave yourself exposed. About the midway point of round 1, Delgado really looking to use that clinch and use the knees.
You got him again. Left
hook. Baiting or not, Joe, I still don't like when guys hang their hands next to their waist. You're just asking for something bad to happen. Let's see if Delgado can take advantage. You know, like you've said many times, there's nothing on these guys' hands. All you got to do is get clipped, even if it's an errant one.
That is
you get clipped and you're done.
Well, Winner obviously is very confident in his striking.
Very confident young man, you can tell. 28 years old, 10-3-1 in his mixed martial arts career. Delgado is 8-4-1. Delgado spent some time training for this fight down in Florida with American Top Team.
Keeps landing that beautiful right leg kick. He's really turns his hips into it, and it's got a lot of pop on it.
Oh, big right hand right. Delgado goes down. And
couple unnecessary shots at the end there. You know, Andre Winter is lightning fast.
Take a look at it on the replay.
Bam, right over the top. Delgado's out cold right there, and Winter comes in and tags him a couple times afterwards. But, man, it was that one right hand, right over the left. This is the first punch. It's the same punch. This is the first punch early in the round, but this is overhand right. Perfectly timed, perfect technique, just beautiful power shot, and a huge victory for Andre Winter.
Andre Winter wins for the first time in his UFC career. A finalist on season 9 of The Ultimate Fighter, and he knocks out Rolly Delgado here in round 1 tonight in Manchester. Bruce Buffer with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Leon Roberts has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 22 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by knockout, Andre Winter!
Victorious tonight. Here's Joe.
All right, I'm here with the winner, Andre Winter. Andre, fantastic striking tonight. And take a look at the first punch that you threw. This is the first punch early in the first round. Just beautiful, picture-perfect technique right over the top. And that's what you caught him with early, and that's also what you used to end the fight.
Yeah, I mean, right hand is one of the things I like to use a lot. I watched his tapes. I knew he liked to circle out the wrong way for my right hand, so I just knew how to open it up and throw it.
Beautiful striking, really fast technique. Now, you came in short on the finals of The Ultimate Fighter. Now you're back in the UFC. You got your first victory. It's got to feel pretty good.
Oh, my God, it feels awesome. I had nightmares about that final, but I'm back now.
Well, congratulations. We look forward to seeing you again. Andre Winter, ladies and gentlemen.
Andre Winter, victorious by knockout here tonight in Manchester. So impressive, the performances tonight of both Ross Pearson and Andre Winter, both finalists on The Ultimate Fighter. Oh, looking forward to our main event as Joe and I are later tonight. Randy the Natural Couture and Brandon Vera. Well, he is certainly Britain's biggest MMA star, but tonight Michael Bisping is at a career crossroads as he looks to reestablish his dominance against Dennis Kang.
I expect nothing less than fireworks with this fight.
Not a lot of UFC fans do know about me. I feel like I really need to introduce myself with the right fights.
He was a huge star in Japan and Korea. It was a big deal to have him come over to add more excitement to the 185-pound division.
I know I'm fighting Bisping in his hometown. A win over him is definitely a good stepping stone for me.
I've lost a bit of respect in the fighting world, so I want to take that respect back. First thing on the list is beat up Dennis Kang.
It's a very big chance for him because he's coming in against a dangerous guy, talent-wise and potential-wise. Dennis Kang is one of the very best 185-pound fighters in the world.
I'm pissed off. I need to win. I need to win impressively. I'm going to go out there and fight like a madman, and I'm going to take it to him.
I can do everything better than him.
I want to crush him, dominate him every round.
mixed martial arts veteran. 32 wins in his MMA career, 32 years old, born in France, fighting out of Vancouver, British Columbia, Montreal, Quebec, Canada, and training at American Top Team for this fight. This tonight for Dennis Kang, his 47th professional fight.
And he is a tremendous professional mixed martial arts fighter, and for a lot of guys that haven't seen Dennis Kang fight, he is extremely talented and was considered at one point in time to be one of the very best 185-pound fighters in the world. And when Anderson Silva had first burst onto the scene, a lot of people were really excited about getting Dennis Kang here, thinking he'd be a big test for Anderson. He's since slipped in his career a little bit, lost to Alan Belcher, did not have the best fight. Alan Belcher looked great, caught him in a guillotine. Since that fight, looked very good against Professor X, who is a very dangerous striker. Talent-wise and potential-wise, he's an incredible fighter, and it just goes to show you how confident Michael Bisping is and how much Michael Bisping wants to get immediately back on track by fighting a dangerous, dangerous opponent. Because Kang is dangerous, but he does not have that big a name.
He had some visa issues for a while, Joe, and so he was not able to travel to Florida to train at American Top Team. Those have all been sorted out. And talking to Dennis earlier, he was excited to get back to American Top Team, said he had a great camp.
Well, that is one of the very best camps in the world. We've talked about it many, many times. Ricardo Laborio and all those guys down there at American Top Team who just put together a lion's den of monsters. I mean, it's just an incredible camp filled with Thiago Alves, Gleison Tibau, and they've had Marcelo Garcia down there doing jiu-jitsu. It's just amazing, amazing training camp, and Dennis Kang is in there.
Dennis Kang fighting in Europe inside the octagon for the second time in his MMA career. Yep, that means Michael Bisping's coming in.
This place is on its feet, ladies and gentlemen.
From Manchester,
that is Michael pumped up Bisping. Look how pumped up he is. You know what? That Dan Henderson loss, we're going to find out a lot about him tonight because that could have created a monster. He looked more intense in his training, looks more intense in his entrance.
Fighting in his hometown of Manchester, the 2008 coolest man in the UK, as voted on by some locals. And still, we have the emergence of some great British fighters, but he's still Britain's biggest MMA star.
One of the biggest considerations for the character of a fighter is how they bounce back after adversity, how they come back after a loss, and not just a loss, but a vicious, dominating loss like Dan Henderson handed him. He didn't feel like he was himself in that fight. Just for whatever reason, he didn't put it all together, and Dan Henderson did. It's up to him tonight to reclaim that lost momentum.
Michael, the Count Bisping.
Bisping is fired up.
I get the feeling that Kang knows he needs to weather the early storm.
Yeah, I've never seen Bisping this pumped up before a fight. Look at him. He looks psychotic. And Kang looks like he's walking his dog.
Well, he's going to have an angry pit bull coming after him in a second.
Yeah, I don't know what's the right approach. I don't know if it's good to blow off all that energy before the fight or not, but be sure Michael Bisping is going to come out of the gate swinging.
Our tale of the
fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 32 wins, 11 losses, 1 draw, and 2 no contests. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds, 13.2 stone. Fighting out of Montreal by way of Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, Dennis Kang! And now, introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a ballet judo fighter holding a professional record of 18 wins with 2 losses, standing 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 186 pounds, 13.3 stone, fighting out of Manchester, England. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the Ultimate Fighter Season 3 light heavyweight winner, Michael the Count. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is Dan Murgliata.
Dan Murgliata, Michael Bisping against Dennis Kang.
You ready? You ready? Let's go fight.
And here we go. They don't touch, Joe. Red trunks for Bisping. Black trunks for Kang.
Look for the straight right hand of Dennis Kang. It's one of his best weapons. Big high kick by Bisping.
We know one thing, Bisping will not circle into that right hand.
Nice leg kick by Dennis Kang right there.
And you put it great, Joe. Bisping, this is where we're gonna find out. That's Michael will of himself. The true heart and warrior spirit of Michael the Count Bisping.
Well, it shows his warrior spirit just by the fact that he wanted to take on a top 10 fighter.
Absolutely.
He wanted to take on the best he could get. He wanted Vanderlei Silva, but unfortunately Vanderlei had reconstructive surgery and he wasn't able to do it. And Kang steps in, is equally dangerous, just less known.
Bisping talked a lot, Joe, about getting back to just being the aggressor and not the counterpuncher. So watch for him to explode here in round 1.
Good right hand, that's what I'm talking about. Right away.
And right down to guard.
It's like I said, it's one of it's one of Kang's best weapons. Kang is in half guard. Kang is a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He has a very solid ground game. Submitted Amar Suluev, submitted many guys. Very solid game. Notice how he's got full pressure down on Michael Bisping. He's looking to push down on that leg and pass. Oh, look at that. Beautiful pass. As soon as he gets rid of that butterfly, Bisping doing a good job, though, of trying to regaining half guard. He pulls that leg, and he's back to half guard. Defending himself well from the bottom. He's got the lockdown. So far, he hasn't taken any damage from strikes. Kang is trying to pass again, but Bisping moving his hips smartly.
Bisping rocked by the right hand of Dennis Kang.
But the good thing about this is he's had an opportunity to recover.
No question, yep.
Kang is trying to pass again. He's got that leg trapped. I mean, he got past it very easily the first time. Nicely done, but he moved into the half guard again. Well, he got greedy. He should have just stayed with side control, but he wanted to try to just move right into the mount.
Very experienced at 32 years old, Dennis Kang. 6-1 in Pride.
He moved into full mount.
And now he has got Bisping in a bad spot. Bisping gets back to half guard.
Bisping is showing some really good hip escapes, Mike. And Kang is trying to pass again. Bisping is showing a very good defensive guard, a very good ability to regain guard.
That illustrates his ever-advancing MMA skills.
Yeah, especially his jiu-jitsu. He's really working it's really obvious he's working very hard on his hip escapes.
Doing a good job of defending.
Kang is controlling one arm. Notice how he's doing that and locking up the head. And he's moving into the back. Oh,
got the mount.
He's got full mount with his legs crossed underneath.
90 seconds left in the first round. Back to half guard.
And that's the hip escape of Michael Bisping. He's doing a great job hip escaping. Kang pressing down on him with that elbow, getting some leverage, and you know, Bisping uses that opportunity to get his legs to full guard, and he's looking for an armbar.
Michael Bisping.
Kang has been caught slipping before. He got tapped with a triangle by Gegard Mousasi in a position where he just was ground and pounding and left an arm in there.
Michael Bisping was mounted by Kang, and he's gotten back to full guard, using the closed guard here. 50 seconds remains in the first round. Big right hand of Kang sent Bisping to the mat.
Kang's just got to be careful here. He doesn't sleep on this armbar. See what I'm talking about? Bisping's looking for it. Kang actually might have baited him with it because he moved immediately to side control. And look at that, Bisping hip escape, boom, back to full guard. Very nice job by Michael Bisping. So it shows he's threatening from the bottom with submissions, and again, he's rolling his hips, and he's showing an excellent ability to regain guard.
And Kang has had top position for the better part of round one, Joe, but he hasn't done much damage, if any at all.
And that's because of the beautiful technique that Bisping is using on the bottom. The hip escapes, moving back to half guard, controlling the posture, controlling overhooks, not allowing Kang to rain down punches. And when Kang tries to improve position, he always gets back to a good defensive spot. Excellent round for Dennis Kang now.
Bisping's thinking to himself, all right, we're going to start round two back on our feet.
We're good, Mike. Deep breaths.
You move to the right.
Great. Yeah, it's okay.
Keep to the right.
All you got to do is that spin-off move to the right, and all your offense is going to come off it. This is when you're going to start taking over this fight right now. Right now is when you're going to pick up the pace, and you're going to set everything up. That phase attack's going to be here, okay? Yep. Hey, he didn't do nothing.
And here we see the right hand, the counter, right on the tempo by Dennis Kang. Drop Michael Bisping, and very interesting, Mike, in the corner, Michael Bisping said, what happened?
Yep.
So that's not a good sign. He doesn't know that he got hit. He doesn't know how the fight got to the ground.
Round two.
Ready? Let's go fight.
Here we go. Bisping looking for the head kick early.
And his corner wants him to circle towards his right, away from the power of Dennis Kang.
We talked about that in the Henderson fight, Joe. Bisping even made light of it during the countdown show, saying who would do something like that?
Bisping looking for a high kick there.
Circling towards the left now. Michael got caught with a jab. Good jab extended by Kang. Double jab.
Kang himself has been stopped in the past. Akiyama stopped him with a big power shot.
Bisping got tagged in round one. Little hesitant to engage here in round two. Kang again with the double jab. Showing that left leg.
Again, Kang looking for that opening for that right hand, and Bisping really looking for that left high kick.
Bisping trying to find his range now.
Yeah, both guys are having a little problem finding the distance in the second round.
Michael Bisping looking for a takedown. Going to finish the single. He's got Kang down. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, Dennis Kang. Bisping posturing up. Kang looking to escape. Michael Bisping, hammer fists.
Bisping is being relentless in this top position, Mike.
Kang trying to roll away. Kang just looking for a leg.
Wow. Kang's cut up. He's cut up. He got back to his feet, but he took some shots, Mike.
Bisping smells blood. Bisping again.
With an easy takedown that time,
And a big elbow, Joe.
Kang may be wilting.
Kang's in big trouble. It's on the bridge of his nose. The cut.
And Kang is throwing up his guard, but he's getting tagged, Mike.
Bisping teeing off on Dennis Kang here in round 2. See if he shoots again.
Kang is very wobbly, Mike. You see how he's standing?
Trying to shake it out here.
Man, his face is a mess.
Massive ground and pound.
He's looking for that right hand again.
By Manchester's Michael Bisping. 90 seconds remains in round 2. Kang looking for the uppercut. Bisping better not throw caution to the wind. He got tagged, but Kang is wobbly, isn't he?
He is wobbly, but Bisping seems to be attacking smartly. He's got him down again.
1 minute remains in the round.
Watch your head.
Kang looking to try to protect himself. Trying to spin out of trouble. Knee to the midsection. Bisping looking to finish Dennis Kang. Kang took a knee.
Kang's in trouble.
It is all over!
Wow. Awesome.
Michael Bisping!
Awesome performance by Michael Bisping. Tremendous performance. He had his back up against the wall, taking on a very tough guy, and in my opinion, had the performance of his career.
That'll answer a lot of questions.
That answered every single one of them. Every single one of them. He got put in a bad position. He got dropped. He showed defense on the ground. And when it was time to finish, he finished. Tremendous, tremendous performance from Michael Bisping. And here we see, this is the key to the fight. Once he started getting those takedowns, he started getting the takedowns, and immediately the ground and pound was just relentless. Really beat up Dennis Kang early in the second round and often throughout the round, eventually finishing him. And here's the end. Just swarming on him, all over. And Dennis Kang wilts under the pressure.
Michael's son, Caleb, inside the octagon with him. The former Clitheroe postman, who was a DJ on the weekends, raises his arm in victory here tonight in his hometown. Bruce Buffer with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Mergliata has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 24 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by TKO, Michael the Count Bisping.
The fighter, how he bounces back from adversity, how he bounces back when his back is up against the wall. Tonight, you put on the performance of your career, one of the most important fights of your career, and you had the best performance we've seen so far. In your hometown, you've got to be pleased.
Joe, I am absolutely over the moon. You've no idea how I felt after the last fight. This is my life. I dedicate everything to it, and it really hurts me that people don't give me the respect I think I deserve. Thank you to Dennis for being a great opponent. He took it to me in the first round. Sorry to all my fans about the last fight. I promise you that was just a setback. I'm going back to the old Michael Bisping, the one you saw tonight. Thank you to everyone in Manchester. Thank you to the UFC, the Wolfslayer, Callum, Ellie, everyone, Muscle Farm, just Lunchbox, Damien, everyone. I love you all. Thank you.
Michael, you truly took and earned this respect tonight. You know, you could have easily taken an easier opponent, but you chose to take on a very dangerous guy who doesn't exactly have the biggest name. And, you know, you really had a fantastic showing tonight, and I think you're right back in the hunt, and I look forward to seeing you again.
That's right. It was a no-win situation in some ways. I just want to make this clear. I've never, ever questioned an opponent once ever in my life. I'll fight anyone. I want to go right to the top. I know I've got a long way to go. Just bear with me, I'm trying, guys. Thank you very much.
Tremendous performance, congratulations. Michael Bisping, ladies and gentlemen.
With his son, Caleb, his training partners.
Thank you.
They always say it's not what happens to the man, it's what he does after it does. Michael Bisping enjoying perhaps the greatest moment of his MMA career. The Big Swede is set to make his UFC debut tonight here in the UK as Alexander Gustafsson faces 11-1 American Jared Hammond.
Hey, fighters, you ready? You ready? Fight!
Hammond in the black and red trunks. Gustafsson in the green trunks. Oh, overhand right early.
Yeah,
There's
Jared
that
Hammond
slugfest that we talked about, Joe.
He's throwing bombs right away. Nice leg kick. You can tell that dude's been training with Hardonk.
Coming in and looking for the knockout highlight reel style early. Oh, again with the overhand.
Jared Hammond, very aggressive. Gustafsson is trying to turn it back around on him now.
Accidental headbutt. Now, or poke in the eye, it looks like.
Watch the fingers.
Yep. Poke in the eye, Kevin Mulhall, make sure he's okay.
Hey, watch your fingers.
They will re-engage.
Oh!
Connects with a straight right hand.
That's it, he's out, he's out.
And it's all over!
Wow.
Alexander Gustafsson!
Wow.
Unbelievable!
Out of nowhere.
Right after the break, Joe. Right as they re-engaged. Boom!
Yeah, he caught him with the right and finished up quickly. There's the right, just straight punch, just
Mouthpiece
dead on.
came flying.
I believe that was his mouthpiece, Mike. Yeah. And he just, I think he spit it out just because he knew it was over. Jumped all over him. Look at this again. Straight right, beautiful technique. Got on top of him and just started raining down blows and put him away.
Well, we said we could see a slugfest. Both men came out hard. Gustafsson wins in his UFC debut and does so impressively. Bruce Buffer with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Kevin Mulhall has called a stop to this contest at 41 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by knockout, Alexander the Mauler Gustafsson.
That is the definition of a straight right. 41 seconds. He claims victory. Here's Joe.
All right, I'm here with the winner, Alexander Gustafsson. First of all, congratulations on your victory. First fight in the UFC, a knockout victory. That's got to feel good.
Yeah, it feels really good, and I really like to be here. I appreciate that.
Well, beautiful technique. If you take a look at the screen, you can see the straight right hand that you caught him with. Just a short, crisp, technical straight right hand. Right after the break, boom, you dropped him, and then you put him away.
It was a good punch.
It was a very good punch. Congratulations. We look forward to seeing you again. Alexander Gustafsson.
I just want to appreciate everybody that helped me to be here, my sponsors, everybody, thanks.
Yes, it was a very good punch, and he wins by knockout here tonight. Memorable night here in Manchester. Second time we have come here with the Octagon to the MEN Arena, UFC 105, Couture versus Vera. Now it's time for the collision between the welterweight division's top two contenders, perhaps leading towards a shot against George St. Pierre.
This is a big fight for both of these guys' careers. The winner of this fight gets a shot at George St. Pierre's title.
He's got a guillotine here and full guard. It's over. He got money with that head kick and then caught with that guillotine. Finishes it with the guillotine.
There is pressure to win impressively because of what's next. It's going to be impressive. It's going to be dominant. I should beat Dan Hardy easy.
Swick is attacking. Good combination by Swick. Down goes Saunders. Saunders with the trouble. And it is all over. Wow. Quick. Swick.
Whoever stands in front of me is in the line of fire. I've got an itchy trigger finger, and he's the next one to get the bullet.
That was picture perfect. What a knockout!
I'm gonna come out, I'm gonna put that pressure on you, I'm gonna knock you out. For some reason, everybody underestimates me every time.
Oh, he dropped it. Down goes Goulet. Trying to pull for the swing very badly.
He's not a better fighter than me.
He's bloodied up, too. He's bloodied up.
Mike one trick quick. He doesn't enjoy putting a beating on somebody like I do. And that's the difference. Mike's gonna get a nasty shot to the chin, and he's gonna fall straight on his back, fast asleep.
Well, Joe, Michael Bisping is Britain's biggest MMA star. Then perhaps you could say that Dan Hardy is their most rising celebrity in the sport of MMA.
Yeah, he's a brash, young, confident kid with a lot of skills, with a tremendous opportunity ahead of him. He's only had 3 fights in the UFC, and he's getting to take on a veteran like Mike Swick, a veteran of 2 divisions. If he can beat Mike Swick, he literally steals all of Swick's momentum and moves into a shot at the title with only 4 fights in the UFC. I mean, that's incredible.
Wins over Akihiro Gono, Rory Markham, and in Cologne at UFC 99, a split decision victory over the Irish hand grenade Marcus Davis. Dan Hardy, only 27 years old, Joe, but he has 22 MMA wins. He's on a 6-fight win streak. He's won 11 of his last 12, and his only loss in the last couple of years was to Yoshida via disqualification.
Yeah, he's worked tremendously on his skills, on his jiu-jitsu. His stand-up is very solid and technical. He's got very good Muay Thai. He's got a good chin. And more importantly, Mike, he's a winner. He knows how to win. He's very confident, and he knows what needs to be done tonight. And it's a huge test in front of him. Mike Swick is so experienced and has had so many great MMA fights and great UFC bouts. It's a huge opportunity for Dan Hardy tonight.
Born and raised in Nottingham, here in the UK, Dan, the Outlaw Hardy. George St. Pierre is in attendance here tonight. Hardy and Swick hoping that they can work themselves into a matchup for the welterweight title with a victory here this evening. Born and raised in Houston, Texas, Mike Quick Swick, 9-1 in his mixed martial arts career, or pardon me, in the UFC, Joe, 14-2 overall. And for a while, you know, he was on the original Ultimate Fighter, but he was in the shadows of Koscheck and his teammate John Fitch, who, of course, fought for the title. But Mike Swick is not only one of the nicest guys in MMA, he's one of the most dangerous. He's
very dangerous, especially at welterweight. Tremendously conditioned. He's very lean and long at welterweight. Has knockout power in either hand or fist. Has excellent submissions. Has a tremendous. Oh, someone just stole his hat. How dare they? Has a tremendous training camp at American Kickboxing Academy, which he shares with Josh Koscheck, John Fitch, Cain Velasquez. Tremendous group of guys to work with all the time. Dave Camarillo working on his jiu-jitsu. I mean, it's just a great camp. He's got so much experience in the UFC now. We've seen him fight both at middleweight and at welterweight. I mean, he's just an outstanding welterweight contender.
This will be the 5th time he has fought as a welterweight. He is 4-0 at 170 pounds here in the UFC. He has the distinction of earning the quickest first 3 victories in UFC history. He's very good at defending takedowns. His career puts him at 89% effective in defending takedown shots. Those first 3 UFC fights, Swick was victorious in all 3, Joe, in a combined 2 minutes and 51 seconds.
One of the things about his training camp is when you're working out with great wrestlers like John Fitch and Josh Koscheck on a regular basis, you know, your takedown defense better be good. And Swick really, truly has developed that. We saw that really in the Josh Berkman fight especially. I mean, he just wouldn't budge. Excellent base, lightning fast hands.
Mike Quick Swick. He was heartbroken he could not fight in Dallas, Texas due to suffering an injury in training. But tonight, he will face the fight of his life against Dan the Outlaw Hardy. Not too heavy, not too light. The difference is drinkability. Swick is 3 years the elder of Dan the Outlaw Hardy. 12.1 stone for Swick, 12.2 for Hardy. Mike Swick will have a 3-inch reach advantage. Once again with the introduction, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is brought to you by Tap Out, an expression of combat known worldwide, now available at tapout.com. And Zenergy, powered by Zions, the great tasting sugar-free premium energy drink. And now, this is the co-main event of the evening. This fight is 3 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 22 wins, 6 losses, and 1 no contest. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 171 pounds, 12.2 stone. Fighting out of Nottingham, England, Dan the Outlaw Hardy! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 14 wins with 2 losses. Standing 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 170 pounds, 12.1 stone. Fighting out of San Jose, California, USA, Mike Quick Swick! And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is Kevin Mohall.
Okay, you've both been given your rules. You know why we're here. Let's have a good, clean, hard fight. Any questions? Any questions? Touch gloves, come out fighting.
I like it.
Intensity in the faces of these dudes.
Swick and Hardy for a shot at that man.
Good luck.
George Rush St. Pierre with UFC President Dana White right here, octagon side.
You ready?
Here we go. Fight scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Swick in the white trunks, Hardy in the red trunks. Swick looks ready to come out quickly.
He's so shredded at 170 pounds. He looks so much different than he looked at 185. His face, everything.
He had success at 85 too. His only loss was to Yushin Okami.
He got caught, Mike.
Got him up against the fence now to Swick. Hardy's got a ton of power.
Yeah, I would like to see that again because it looked like Swick buckled a little bit. It was tough to see at our angle because the fence post was in the way. But right now we see Swick working hard for that takedown, and Hardy's got him pressed up against the cage. Nice knee by Hardy. Swick pummeling in, getting that underhook.
Battle for position here.
Hardy is a very strong guy, very explosive.
Don't hold that fence.
Swick with the knees.
Good punches by Swick there. He pummels under, gets that underhook.
Swick, as you said, as he entered the octagon, Joe, is a threat everywhere.
Yeah, his submissions are highly underrated. I mean, he's known for his knockout punches, but he gets a hold of your neck, you got some problems.
The Swickatine. Working the inside of the legs and an uppercut by Hardy. Mike Swick, we last saw him with a knockout of the night effort against Ben Saunders at UFC 99 in Cologne, Germany. Hardy fought that same night against Marcus Davis.
Oh,
inadvertent shot.
If we can take a look at the replay here.
Okay.
Yeah, oh yeah, right there. Why he's resting, I would like to see the replay of the initial exchange.
Be careful, okay?
If we could see that. Okay, they're gonna restart the action, forget it.
Fight, time in.
Hardy likes that counter right.
He's got power. Oh, Swick ducked under it. Swick again looking for the takedown. I'm kind of surprised. You know, Swick is really known for his stand-up. Maybe he thinks that that's the weakness in Dan Hardy's game.
The unauthorized reproduction or distribution of this copyrighted work is illegal. Criminal copyright infringement, including infringement without monetary gain, is investigated by the FBI and is punishable by up to 5 years in federal prison and a fine of $250,000.
I'll say it again, you can't stop the internet, baby.
Mike Goldberg, Joe Rogan, our crew here in Manchester tonight.
Swick, again, working really hard for the takedown, which is kind of surprising. He must think that Dan Hardy's ground game is not his strong suit. He does have a purple belt under Eddie Bravo at 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu. He does have a good ground game, but maybe Swick thinks it's not as good as his stand-up.
And he felt Hardy's power early, too. Yeah. Also, Joe, we've talked about it before. If let's just say they're even in the striking game, and Swick feels he has an advantage somewhere else, why mess around with that potential poison?
Yeah, that is true. But I'll tell you what, I've rolled with Dan Hardy. He's very hard to hold down. Very explosive, very strong.
Swick looking to try to get the underhooks.
Nice knee to the body by Hardy.
You could hear that one. Under 90 seconds remains in round one. Swick trying to get control again.
I wouldn't be surprised if Kevin Mulhall decided to separate these guys again.
See, the shots have landed to the back of Mike Swick.
Again, Swick working very hard for the takedown. I mean, maybe he's just trying to wear Dan Hardy down and take some pep away from his punches.
Little octagon control.
Nice knee by Hardy.
Now Hardy pushing forward.
This is a very difficult round to score.
See if Hardy goes for a leg.
Nice knee by Hardy. At a certain point in time, I mean, in this round, it becomes like, becomes counting these knees, trying to figure out who's scored the most effective damage. Right hand over the top by Swick. This is grueling right here. I mean, we talk about this many times. Doesn't look like much is going on, but to these fighters, they are exerting 100% effort. Oh, good right hand by Swick.
The smile on the face of Hardy after that great exchange.
Let's take a look at the right hand. And again, it was difficult for us to see, but yeah, he caught him right on the chin. Let's see that one more time. When Mike Swick was rushing in, Dan Hardy, and there's a little right hand by Swick. and another one got blocked, missed with a left hook, and that's the end of the round. Let's take it one more time. This is the beginning of the round. Swick comes charging in. Look at this Hardy punch. Boom, clipped him right on the jaw. And that was the one that made Mike Swick try to instigate the takedown and try to make it a ground battle.
When he felt that, he gave up the takedown. The takedown defense is too good for him.
Dan, we got a hit earlier. You're not hitting earlier enough, okay? So now when you're moving counter, counterclockwise, you got a hit earlier.
Okay? And bring him. All right.
Crazy Bob Cook.
Pop up, move. Pop up, move. You know, Swick got caught just rushing in. He got caught rushing in with his hands down and his head wide up in the air, and Hardy took advantage of it. I mean, if you have to look at damage, Hardy scored the most damage in that first round.
Fight. Round 2. Swick got clipped again. He's hurt. He's hurt. Hardy caught Mike Swick, and Hardy's got a smile on his face.
Oh, he's letting him grab a hold of him. He's got to separate here.
Swick regains his composure.
Yeah, Hardy's got to separate here. He's got to push him away. Stop trying to take him down.
Hardy clipped him. You saw the back leg buckle of Mike Swick.
He's giving Mike Swick an opportunity to recover here, Mike. I'm really surprised at this. Oh, nice elbow. Very nice. Dan Hardy's got some power. You know, we saw it in the Rory Markham fight, but I don't remember the last time we saw Swick rock like this. He's only been stopped one time in his career by Chris Lieben in a fight outside of the UFC. Very early in his career, before the Ultimate Fighter. But even in the Yushin Okami fight, I don't remember seeing him getting rocked like this.
That back in his hometown of Houston, Texas, back at UFC 70.
I think Dan Hardy is wasting his time here with his takedown attempts. Mike Swick has a tremendous base.
Mike Swick, one of the Ultimate Fighter Season 1 success stories with Forrest Griffin and Florian Diego.
Nice left hooks to the body here by Hardy. He's digging those in. There aren't punches, but he's digging them in.
Swick over the top.
Hardy has really good power even with short shots, Mike. You can feel the body shots. Like right there. But he's allowing Mike to get back into this. Mike was badly hurt. Mike with a left hook over the top, and Hardy.
Now Swick trying to punish his opponent.
Take some distance and let it go. Let's go. Gotta get off the fence, Mike.
All right. Crazy. He answers Crazy Bob Cook in his corner. Dave Camarillo. In the middle of a battle, Joe, he says, all right. Oh, huge uppercut. Swick shaking his head, saying no damage.
Yeah. Guys always do that when they get tagged. I don't know why.
Trying to convince themselves, right?
Perhaps. Nice knee by Mike. And again, Hardy keeps trying for that takedown, but man, it's hard to take Mike Swick down. Yushin Okami struggled to take him down. He's a giant 185-pound wrestler.
Hardy might be wishing he jumped on Swick when he had him shooken up a little bit. Because he was wobbling, and they're going to separate him. 2 minutes remains in the second round.
High kick by Swick, he slips.
Swick and Hardy. Two top contenders at 170 pounds in the UFC today. Fitch has fought for the title as teammate. Koscheck's been right there in the picture. Good combination by Swick.
Hardy has an excellent chin. We've seen him get tagged. Marcus Davis tagged him. He takes it very well.
Superman punch by Mike Swick.
Swick just seems a little tentative. You know, he doesn't seem himself. Oh, very nice left hook counter.
And it was after the big right hand was thrown by Hardy.
Yeah, he slipped that and a nice counter. He's looked for it again.
See if he can start timing the right hand of Dan Hardy. 40 seconds remains in round 2. Caught him again.
Yeah, Hardy is leaving some openings, and he might have saw the Gono fight where Akihiro Gono, when he fought Mike's, excuse me, when he fought Dan Hardy, left hook. Gono tagged him many times, but most of the times it was with an open hand. It was sort of like a bitch slap. But it showed an opening in Hardy's defense, and it's very obvious that Mike Swick has recognized that and is using that left hook now. Couple good shots, but they don't have the damage on them. Oh, he tagged him again. Swick's hurt again. He got wobbled again there, Mike. And here's the first one. Boom! Look at that left hook and then a right hand behind it. And look at him. That's the chicken dance. And here's the left hook, and there's the right hand. Mike Swick is in big, big trouble right there. Look at his legs. And here's some of the vicious body shots. Let's listen to these vicious body shots by Hardy. Those are just arm punches.
Hey, we got to bring this fight to him. Let's go get him.
Keep your hand up when you attack, Mike. Keep your right hand up.
I need one or the other. You got to let it all go. You're in too good a shape to give this fight away. You got to bring it.
Desperation in the corner of Mike Swick. They recognize that he's probably down. Well, you know, the first round was real close, but the second round you got to give to Hardy.
Third and final round. Hardy against Swick for a shot at George St. Pierre.
Maybe it's better to lose.
Dan Hardy trying to become the first Brit to get a title shot inside the octagon. Bisping was the first Brit to headline a UFC.
Good leg kick by Hardy. Hardy looks to be the stronger man going into this third round, Mike. He's more focused and confident, whereas Swick does not look good. He tagged again.
Swick letting the hands go a little bit. Swick keeps trying to slip that right hand and connect with the left. He did it again.
One of the differences in this fight seems to be Hardy's ability to absorb punishment. When he takes a shot, he bounces right back, and Swick's been getting hurt. It could just be the power of Dan Hardy.
Swick again pushing forward. Turning into an all-out slugfest. Oh, good left to left.
Swick is hurt.
Swick is still wobbly, Joe. Hardy looking to finish. Swick countered, but he ate a big one.
It's amazing that Hardy keeps trying to take him down. Swick has tremendous takedown defense, and he's badly hurt. Look at this. He's got to look out for that guillotine, though.
Hardy with big elbows.
Swick is badly, badly hurt, Mike. He's breathing with his mouth wide open.
Get your head off the canvas is the instruction.
He's getting cut up with those elbows, too.
Inside the guard, and Swick is cut open.
And there's a lot of time left in this round.
Caught him in the head with one of those elbows, Joe.
Look at this, looking for a triangle.
.240. Hardy looking to secure the victory. Pearson a winner. Andre Winner victorious. Bisping. Hardy trying to win here in Britain tonight. Good night for the local crew. They're going to stand him up.
Stand him back up. You know what? All that was good for Mike Swick. Got a chance to clear his head. And Dan Hardy has made, I believe, a tactical error in that way twice. He had Swick on the ropes. Badly, badly hurt. Hardy is looking to unload. And there it is. There's the left hook.
Hardy pushing forward. Swick, under 2 minutes now in the fight.
I'm really impressed with Dan Hardy in this fight tonight, Mike. Mike Swick is a serious, serious veteran.
And again with the left. Now, we've talked about the impressive striking of Dan Hardy. And he has displayed that here tonight in Manchester. Under 90 seconds now. You hear Bob Cook saying, go get it for me, Mike. Swick attempts to do so. One minute remains in the fight.
Swick is always dangerous.
Swick will look to explode here.
It's just how much has that punishment he's taken, how much does that take out his ability to perform? Because he doesn't look himself.
Joe, it may go all the way back to that first punch early that you talked about.
It may very well, yeah. I think that one put a little bit of a doubt into his mind.
And a little bit of wobble in the legs of Mike Swick.
And there's a lot of wobble in there right now.
Now, he's been tagged in all 3 rounds.
He easily telegraphs that punch, and Dan easily blocks it.
Hardy. Swick, 15 seconds.
Swick continuing to press forward, though.
That's it. Go the distance. Dan Hardy, Mike Swick. Great show of class.
That was a tremendous performance by Dan Hardy. Bad cut in the head of Mike Swick. You can see it there. Oh, it's not that bad.
From the elbows of Dan Hardy on the ground and pound in the 3rd round.
It looked a lot longer before they wiped it off, but, you know, Dan Hardy really just, this is the toughest fight of his career. I mean, Mike Swick is a huge veteran. Let's take a look at some of the countering of Dan Hardy. There's the beginning, the very first right hand that caught him and hurt him. This is the left hook, and then the right hand that had him on Queer Street. And here you see again, right hand. Over and over again, Dan Hardy connected to the chin, and he got caught there, but he just shakes it right off, and that's the difference. And there's one of the elbows that cut it. That's the one that cut it. You see the opening right there. You saw the cut right from that sharp elbow by Dan Hardy. Tremendous performance.
Dan Hardy, Mike Swick put on a great show tonight here in Manchester. Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score this contest 30-27, 30-27, and 29-28. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Dan the Outlaw Hardy!
Dan Hardy has positioned himself for a shot at the title. Great performance tonight. Here's Joe.
All right, I'm here with the Outlaw. In what many people thought was going to be the toughest fight of your career, you put on a tremendous display of counter-striking tonight. You caught him with a big punch early in the first round, and that seemed to set the tone for the fight.
Oi! Yeah, that was a tough fight, you know. I can't take anything away from Mike. He always steps up and puts on a great show. And I did what I could, England. I did what I could. I'm sorry I didn't get the finish, but we got there in the end.
Well, this fight puts you in line for a shot at the man standing to your right, one of the best pound-for-pound fighters on the planet, the great George St. Pierre. Give us your thoughts on that potential opportunity.
I'm excited, people. I hope you are too.
All right, well, let's have a talk right quick with the champion. All right, I'm here with the man, George St. Pierre, one of the greatest pound-for-pound fighters ever. Now, you just saw a tremendous performance here by Dan Hardy over a really tough veteran in Mike Swick. Give us your thoughts about a potential matchup between the two of you.
Well, Dan Hardy, he proved that he deserved the title. He caused a big threat to my title, and I look forward for the challenge. Congratulations for his win tonight.
We look forward to seeing you two in action. George St. Pierre, ladies and gentlemen, and Dan the Outlaw Hardy. That's a hell of a matchup.
Dan Hardy defeats Mike Swick, and he will face George Rush St. Pierre for the UFC Welterweight Championship. Take a natural, Randy Couture, The Truth, Brandon Vera, and truly, Joe, it is the moment of truth for Brandon Vera to I would say, live up to all the heightened expectations.
Well, you know, Brandon Vera, when he first came into the UFC, was highly regarded, and everybody thought that he was going to be a threat to both the heavyweight and the light heavyweight titles. He stormed out of the gate. He had tremendous performances, knocking out Justin Eilers, you know, submitting Asuero Silva. He looked fantastic. Yeah. But then there was the contract renegotiation. He took a long time off. There was a lot of pressure on him coming back. Then he had subsequent losses. He lost to Keith Jardine. He just didn't seem the same at light heavyweight. He had to get used to the cut. But now I believe he is in a much better position. The Krzysztof Szynski fight really showed what he's capable of.
Question.
Beautiful technical Muay Thai. But this is the biggest mountain. This is the man. This is at light heavyweight. You know, Randy Couture doesn't have all the physical disadvantages that he had at heavyweight, fighting those gorillas that just, you know, just physics. Just the fact that Lesnar's 265 pounds cutting down from 290. Randy's a natural 220. You know, so I think that it's going to be really interesting to see how Brandon Vera deals with the pressure, if he can deal with the the Greco-Roman, the dirty boxing, and if Randy can deal with the kicks, the Muay Thai. And you know what? Brandon Vera has some excellent grappling of his own that we just don't see that much.
Well, we'll find out if that grappling will counter the great Greco-Roman of Randy Couture tonight. When you speak of Randy at 46 years old, he says it all the time. I feel as good as I ever have. And at 205, as you pointed out, that's where we have seen him be really, in the end all, his most dangerous.
Well, also, you got to realize that we have this idea in our head about athletes, about age, but with nutrition and supplements, there's a big difference between the 46 years old guys of 20 years ago and what we have today. I mean, Randy Couture has shown time and time again that he has dissolved all the limits, all the age limits that we put in combat athletes. He's one of the very best in the world, and he's one of the very oldest in the world competing. It's pretty incredible.
He is truly an inspiration to all, including his opponent tonight, Brandon Vera. And tonight is the moment of truth for Brandon Vera as he faces the natural, Randy Couture.
I absolutely still feel like I'm the best fighter I've ever been right now.
When we do beat Randy, I am one of the top dogs in the world.
What Brandon Vera needs to do is keep the fight on the outside.
This is what we've been training for since day one. This is it.
This is a fight for Vera that puts Vera back in the mix.
Good body kick by Brandon Vera.
Fighting Randy Couture, he's gonna bring out every ounce of everything I got. Everything.
Oh, hey, there we go.
Vera's gonna come out and try to make a statement and put Randy away. Randy's gonna get inside and take him down whenever he can. Randy Couture is now back where I think he belongs, at 205 pounds. He's still a tough, scary fight for anybody in either weight division, but at 205, he's a monster.
Right now, the best guy in the weight class is Lyoto Machida. Brandon is definitely a step in that direction. I'm definitely becoming a better fighter. I'm learning all the time and getting better all the time.
Randy Couture is one of the greatest mixed martial arts fighters to ever compete in a sport.
To be the man, you gotta beat the man.
A victory over Randy Couture would be gigantic for Brandon Vera's career.
Brandon the Truth Vera His father, Ernesto, born in the Philippines. Brandon is very proud of his heritage. He's a very dangerous Muay Thai practitioner, and he's dangerous, Joe, because technically he's as sound as anybody out there right now.
Well, he was trained by one of the greatest kickboxers ever, Rob Kamen, who's also a tremendous trainer. Worked with many, many top MMA fighters, including BJ Penn, and he has that beautiful technical Muay Thai to go with his great grappling, to go with his brown belt under Lloyd Irvin, who's one of the most respected jiu-jitsu instructors in the world. He's a very solid, well-rounded MMA fighter.
His mother is Italian. He went to Old Dominion and wrestled for a bit. And it should be noted that he has a good Greco background as Brandon Vera, a 2000 Olympic candidate. He trained at the Olympic Training Center in 2000 with Randy Couture, Matt Lindland, Dan Henderson, Mike Van Arsdale. And so Brandon Vera has been looking up to 46-year-old Randy Couture for the better part of his life.
I mean, who hasn't? You know, I mean, he's one of the most distinguished, most, highly regarded mixed martial arts fighters ever. A Hall of Famer, a world champion in 2 weight classes on multiple occasions. I mean, he's a monster. Randy's a monster. And at 46 years old, nobody's sleeping on that.
Brandon Vera calls tonight an honor and a privilege. Brandon the Truth Vera, 32 years old. Set to take on the former heavyweight and light heavyweight champion, the UFC Hall of Famer, and the most beloved champion in UFC history. Vera, as he mentioned earlier, said that Randy has brought the best out in me. In my training, I've never been as disciplined, I've never been as motivated, and I am looking to beat the legend tonight so I may someday become a legend myself.
This is ridiculous.
More hat stealers.
A bunch of hat thieves here. I'm gonna tell you something, Mike. Win, lose, or draw, it's a privilege to get to sit down and commentate and watch this man perform. I mean, there's very few guys that are at this level, that we get to see still compete.
The oldest heavyweight champion, the first 3-time heavyweight champion, 2-time light heavyweight champion, first 5-time champion, first with titles in 2 divisions, and tonight is the first time since UFC 57 in February of 2006 in a fight against Chuck Liddell that we have seen Randy Couture as a light heavyweight.
And we're not talking about a guy who's just doing this because he needs the money. He doesn't need the money. He's a competitor. He's doing this because this is what he lives for. He lives to get in there and compete and to win. And you know what? This is a tremendous, tremendous fight tonight. If he can get past Brandon Vera and move towards a shot at the light heavyweight title, and if he wins, man, they're gonna be parades all over the world for this dude.
He has earned 3 UFC titles since the age of 39. Randy, the Natural Couture.
And the crazy thing is, he says he's getting better.
And I believe him.
And I believe him. Even if I didn't believe him, I tell him I believe him.
That's a good point by you. Joe, the last time we were here in Manchester, Randy's image was blasted on a high-rise as we got out of the airport. Now, the fans here in Manchester get the very special treat of seeing Randy Couture fight live. Our tale of the tape for our main event of the evening is brought to you by Bud Light. With the just right taste, that's not too heavy, not too light. The difference is drinkability. Couture, 14 years the elder of Vera. Vera will have a 3-inch reach advantage, both weighed in 14.6 stone. Once again, with our official introductions, here is the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, two UFC warriors are about to go toe-to-toe in the world's ultimate proving ground for fighters, as this is the main event of the evening. Our three judges scoring this contest are Sal D'Amato, Andy Roberts, and Glenn Trowbridge. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon is Mark Goddard. This bout is sponsored by Bud Light. The difference is drinkability, and the only motorcycles worthy of being in the Octagon, Harley Davidson. And now, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Live from the sold-out MEN Arena in Manchester, England. In the UFC light heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 11 wins with 3 losses. Standing 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 204 pounds, 14.6 stone. Fighting out of San Diego, California, Brandon, the True Vera! And now, introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a wrestler, holding a professional record of 16 wins with 10 losses. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 204 pounds, 14.6 stone. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, USA. This man is the only fighter to win 2 UFC championship titles 5 times and in 2 different weight categories. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the former 2-time light heavyweight champion, the former 3-time UFC heavyweight champion, the legendary UFC Hall of Fame Octagon Warrior, Randy, the Natural
Okay, guys, you understand the rules you're fighting under. I want you to listen to me at all times. Keep yourself protected at all times. Show me you're still in this fight. When I say stop, you stop. Touch up, let's go.
I think all referees should be forced to talk in that accent.
Mark Goddard, Brandon Vera, Randy the Natural Couture, the beautiful Ariani, Logan, Mike Goldberg, Joe Rogan, back here in Manchester. Our main event is set to begin.
Okay, here we go. You ready? Are you ready? Let's do this. Come on.
Here we go.
For Brandon Vera, he wants to stay on the... Oh, big right hand.
Caught him early. Vera caught him with a kick early. Randy with the clinch now. Brandon Vera came out quickly.
Brandon is muscling Randy here. And Randy gets him up against the cage.
This is Randy's specialty, as we've seen many, many times.
Yeah, this is exactly what Randy wants.
Dirty boxing.
And he never rests. It's always knees to the legs, punches to the face, elbows, and constant pressure.
They love Captain America here in Britain.
For Brandon Vera, it's critical that he avoids this early takedown. For Randy, it's critical that he achieves it.
Randy made it very clear that his strategy tonight was to go back to his base of wrestling. He made it no secret. He ate one on the way in, but this is what he's trying to do. Impose his will on Brandon Vera. It's a non-title fight. So it's 3 5-minute rounds.
Improve that position, guys.
Mark Goddard watching closely. Now it is Brandon Vera. As I mentioned, Vera, good wrestler in his own right and has a Greco background.
Yeah, but he's got to be very careful that Randy doesn't wear him out. Randy's an expert at that. I mean, he wrote the book on this clinch game in MMA. Randy immediately shoots in.
Yep, ducked under the right hand of Vera.
Vera's got to separate here. He's got to get some distance between the two of them.
Brandon Vera knows he cannot let Randy dictate this fight, and he is early. Got him down, can he keep him down? And this is where Randy loves to do his damage, is up against the fence, Joe.
He's got his head tucked under there. Look for some knees from Randy here, and Brandon's aware of that. That's what that right arm is looking for, to block those knees.
Randy looking for the double. 46 years old. Light heavyweights in our main event tonight. 1 week from tonight, light heavyweights in our main event. Tito Ortiz, Forrest Griffin. Coverage starts at 9 p.m. in the East, 6 in the West, with UFC 106 prelims live. .140 remains in round one.
Brandon's trying to stay calm and relax.
Yeah.
He's going to separate you again.
I was going to say, Joe, he may separate him again here soon.
I think he will.
Which is probably what Brandon wants.
Yeah, and that's why Randy starts moving. Randy's got that single. Again, Brandon has excellent takedown defense, excellent grappling. I mean, maybe not at the level of Randy Couture.
Both of these men with military backgrounds. Randy spent 6 years in the Army. Brandon Vera was in the Air Force. As I said, they trained together at the Olympic Training Center back in 2000. It's a huge crossroads here tonight in the career of Brandon Vera. The biggest opportunity of his fighting life. And as he said, to be the man, you got to beat the man. Over the top, Couture. 45 seconds in the round.
Well, right now, Randy's been able to do exactly what he wants to do. And Brandon has not. He did initially, tagged him with a couple of quick shots in the beginning of the fight, but you know, he hasn't been able to get that separation that he needs in order to implement his strategy.
And this is exhausting for both men, but for Brandon Vera to have Randy Couture leaning on you for the better part of 5 minutes.
Yeah, and anyone that you've ever talked to that trains with Randy will tell you that he is just so much better at this than anybody else, so much better at the pressure. And again, look at that, clinch. Brandon's got to get the hell away from him, man. He's got to separate.
They separated twice. Brandon threw a right hand right away, Joe, and both times Randy avoided and got right back to the clinch.
Okay, this is an uneventful first round, but Randy did what he wanted to do. Brandon did not.
Went according to game plan, other than the early shot he took for Couture.
Listen, we got the first one out. All you have to do, you set out and reset. Don't stay right in front of them. Listen, when you reset, don't stay right in front of them, right? Take your breath, take a deep breath in. Take a brief in, breathe it, relax. How you feeling? Take a deep breath, take your time, relax. Listen, you're doing beautiful. All you gotta do is reset and come back out and then do a game plan. You're staying right there, then he clinches you. All right, I know what we're here, you understand? You need to circle and back out, go. Want more water?
Back to football.
Okay. We knew he was going to come out tough, okay? We knew this was going to happen. Don't be surprised if he stays away from you now, okay? But hit him with a vengeance.
Keep them hands up, bending, especially at the beginning. He's going to try and come out the same way he did the first round, okay? Stay sharp, baby. Hands up.
Round 2. Couture and Vera, our main event of the evening.
Okay, guys, here we go, round 2. Let's do this, come on.
Let's see if Vera stays out, uses some angles here.
You can see immediately he didn't step any more forward. He initially took a couple steps and then paused and waited for Randy to come to him.
Randy got poked in the eye.
Looks like he kicked low and poked.
Okay, some kicks.
Let's take a look at that real quick. There's the low kick and then a poke to go with it.
Double damage. Remember that fluke poke in the eye against Vitor Belfort years ago. Vera looked to deliver the knee.
That one actually wasn't a poke, it was a glancing blow that just cut his eyelid.
That was, but it was the end of the fight, unfortunately. Switching stances is Vera, Randy Couture.
He allows him to get close to him and get a hold of him. That's what he's got to do. He's got to get that distance. Nice kick by Vera. But Randy, relentless with his takedown attempts here.
See if he can sweep the leg, Joe.
What is this, the Karate Kid?
You know, when it came out, I did think that for a second. The Karate Kid's the champion right now at 205.
Randy really, truly is the bully here at 205. He's so strong at this weight class.
First time at 205 since the fight with Chuck Liddell in February of 2006.
He's got an excellent hold of Brandon's body here. But Brandon turns him around. There's a knee. You hear Master Lloyd Irvin yelling in his corner.
Lloyd Irvin trying to cheer on his fighter, Brandon Vera. Good body shot by Couture.
They said, Brandon, come out of there. He's getting bullied around again.
Yep, now Randy's got the
He's
hooks.
got to separate. As good as he is at grappling, Randy's better. As good as he is at the clinch game, Randy's better. But he's better at stand-up.
But Randy is going to try to dictate the fact that this game will not become a stand-up war. And so far, he's done a great job of it.
He has not been able to drag him down to the ground in this round, but he's muscling him around and he's wearing him out.
Which may cause even the striking to be less effective for Vera as we get deeper into this fight.
And this is really a strategy that really depends on the referee, because a lot of referees would have separated this again.
And that's the third time Goddard has now, Joe.
Yeah.
Now, remember Lloyd Irvin said, don't stand right in front of him after the separation, as he did twice in round 1. And there Brandon throws and retreats, because that allowed Randy to go for the takedown.
Very nice high kick.
And
again, nice to the body. He hurt him there, Mike. Good right hand and good knee.
And hurt too. Couture is down. Vera looking to finish. Randy Couture.
Wow.
Randy Couture has regained his composure with 2 minutes left here in round 2.
He got hurt bad though, Mike.
Vera caught him not once but twice.
Brandon may be using this as a little opportunity to recover himself, to get some wind to try to finish him. He's holding on to him. He's not really doing much here. He should be swarming all over Randy here.
Last warning, don't sit.
Vera inside the closed guard of Couture. Now Vera might not mind if this gets stood up again, as it's going to be right here. Tonight, Couture and Vera. Next week, main event, Tito Ortiz facing Forrest Griffin for a second time. UFC
Look out for the left kick of Brandon Vera. See how he switches stances? Look at his heel off the ground. He's looking for that kick.
Don't forget, our coverage begins 9 in the East, 6 in the West, with UFC 106 prelims live on Spike. Check UFC.com for broadcast information of next week's UFC 106.
Again, the clinch against the cage. Brandon's got to spin away, get out of this, and try to land some shots. Randy wants to keep it exactly here.
No question.
Keep beating on him and wearing him out.
While Couture has worked on his striking for years and he boxed in the Army, as you said, Couture is the better wrestler. He's the better Greco guy. But the same could be said for Vera in the striking game.
That was a serious right hand by Randy. And a nice left hook.
20 seconds left in the round. Dirty boxing by Couture. Final seconds of the second round. We will head to the third and final round.
Randy is cut over his right eye, Mike.
I hit his head with my eye.
Okay. All right. It's probably 1-1 right now, okay?
Yep.
Okay.
Take care of you.
The other way, man. Okay.
20 seconds.
All right. What we want to do now, we got to change it a little bit, okay? He's stalling too much. It's probably 1-1. When you get him in the clinch there, okay? I want you to make him believe you're trying to take him down, and I want you to elbow him so hard his mother hurts, okay? Try to go high, hit him a little bit, and then when you look for that takedown, the high single, I want you to drive to it.
And here we see Brandon Vera lands a beautiful kick to the body that hurt Randy. And Randy shrugs it off, but he was hurt here. And there's a right hand that tagged him. And he turns away. And the reason why he's turning away, Mike, is from that initial body kick. He tried to keep composed, tried not to show it, but he was badly hurt from that kick to the body.
The Hall of Famer. The truth. The third and final round.
Here we go. Ready? Let's do this. Come on.
5 minutes remains in the fight.
Brandon Vera has just got to push him away every time he comes close, every time he tries to clinch. Land those shots. Nice inside leg kick and a counter by Randy.
Randy's going to protect that rib cage, Joe. Couture pushing forward again on Vera. Randy Couture.
Good combinations by Randy. Good takedown defense being displayed by Vera, but that was a good combination by Randy, and that scored.
4 minutes, 15 seconds on the clock. Will Brandon Vera defeat the legend here tonight in Manchester? I think that's the blood from Randy on the face of Brandon, Joe.
I believe you're right.
Above his right eye. Uppercut again, more dirty boxing.
He is the master at this. He's the master of the clinch punch techniques. Holding onto the head, pulling the head into the fist, working those legs in that clinch. But again, he's working for this takedown very hard. He's got his hips separated against the fence. If he can turn that corner. Brandon's trying to pummel under and get that underhook, and he does, and he eats a right hand for his troubles. I expect the referee's going to probably separate them soon if they keep doing this. And Randy probably does too, which is why he stays busy.
Randy Couture, his history dates back to 1997 at age 33. Brandon Vera was born in 1997. 1977, pardon me, 1977. He's 12.
What?
He's 12.
He's a giant. The kid's a prodigy.
Couture back.
Again, Randy with these short punches, keeping him pressed against the cage. Elbow.
Couture back in that mixed martial arts debut was truly a wrestler. He had spent 3 weeks with a boxing coach, Joe. And he still continues to compete. 2:30 remains in the fight.
Hey guys, keep it going. Come on, I'm going to split you up.
There we go again.
There we go again. Indeed. Let's see how tired Brandon Vera is at this point, though.
Couture's going to look to duck under and clinch.
Kick to the body. He's hurt.
Again. Randy's going to tuck that elbow. Oh, head kick. Vera teeing off to the body
with that body shot. I'm telling you, that body shot is nasty. He's got to separate the clinch, though.
32-year-old Brandon Vera, 46-year-old Randy Couture. 140 remains in the fight.
Randy just so strong, pushing on him, staying on top of him, swarming on him with punches.
They clinch again.
I mean, even when Brandon does manage to get a hold of Randy and push him up against the cage, it's usually short-lived.
Yep.
Randy's just so good at turning it all around. And look at this. Brandon's trying to take Randy down.
Some vicious kicks to the midsection of Couture.
Referee's gonna separate him again.
50 seconds.
He's looking very closely at it right now. But this is struggle. Oh, look at this! Brandon's got Randy
takedown late in the fight for Vera. And he's
gigantic.
Yep. He's got a great position here, Joe. He's got the mount.
Master Lloyd is screaming. You could barely, his voice is hoarse.
30 seconds. Full mount for Brandon Vera.
This is gigantic, Mike. And it was really close for the referee separating them. Maybe seconds away. He was moving in and thinking about it. Randy bucks and he gives up his back. And he rolls out of it.
Couture's back up. Uppercut. They battle. 10 seconds in the fight. Big knee by Vera. Answered by Couture.
Good uppercut. What an exchange.
What a fight. What a finish.
What an exchange at the finish. Wow.
Couture and Vera go the distance.
Stand up.
Good job, Randy.
Let's take a look at some of these brutal punishing kicks by Brandon Vera. That front leg roundhouse kick, that switch kick to the body and to the head. Just outstanding technique by Brandon Vera.
Who will earn the victory here tonight in Manchester? Will it be Brandon Vera or Randy Couture?
That's what we're looking for.
What a fight. Randy was able to clinch and control for long periods of time. When Vera was able to open up with the kicks, though, he was extremely accurate and nearly finished the fight. Bruce Buffer with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' cards for a decision. All 3 judges scored this contest 29-28, declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Randy, the Natural Couture!
Unanimous decision victory for the Hall of Famer. A heartbroken and disappointed Brandon Vera. Here's Joe with Randy.
All right, I'm here with the winner, Randy Couture. Okay, first of all, Randy, tremendous fight. You managed to implement your strategy for the most part of grabbing a hold of him, controlling him against the cage. Do you think that that is why you got the judge's nod?
I controlled a lot of the tempo of the fight. Probably wasn't the most exciting thing to watch, but Brandon's dangerous. He kicked me twice in the body in the second and third round. That hurt.
Yeah, there was one time when you got kicked in the body and it looked like there was a delayed reaction. Then when he hit you again, you went down. Was that from the initial body kick?
Absolutely, yeah, it hurt. He stung me a good one with that body kick, and he did it again in the third round. It didn't give me quite as bad, but it was still bad.
Were you surprised at the decision?
You just never know. I mean, we've seen this recently in the past already. You just don't know what the judges are looking at and how they see the fight. And that's what ultimately in a fight this close depends or determines the decision. Brandon's a hell of a fighter. Yeah, he had to dust off his wrestling skills for this one, and he definitely did a great job.
And he did. Now, okay, this puts you in an excellent position now and moves you up the ladder in the light heavyweight division, which physically you've got to think that that's probably a better division for you.
Yeah, right now the trend in the heavyweight division is pretty stacked. A lot of big, strong, athletic guys. I feel much better dealing with guys Brandon's size, my size. I don't have to worry so much about some of those situations to get in. Like giving a guy the mount or giving a guy my back with a guy that size is ridiculous.
All right, well, congratulations. We look forward to seeing you again. The Natural, ladies and gentlemen, Randy Couture. All right, I'm here with a very shocked Brandon Vera. You had a look on your face when that decision was announced, and it was pretty much the same look as my face. I didn't believe it. What did you think?
I thought I won. I left it all out there. I gave it to Randy as best as I could. I want to thank my fans, thank my family. I don't know, man. I don't know.
If you look at the fight, objectively watching it, Randy controlled a lot of the position where he got you up against the cage, but when it comes to damage, you landed the more damaging shots, the kicks to the body, and certainly at the end of the fight, you had him mounted.
What you just said, Joe, I still don't know what the hell. I mean, thanks, judges.
Well, we've had quite a few problems recently in judging in MMA, and I think this is another example of that, and hopefully we can fix that. I think you put on a tremendous performance tonight, and I want to congratulate you for that, and I think everybody else here wants to do that as well.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, fans here in the UK. You guys are badass. Dana, Lorenzo, Joe, thank you very much. I'll be back, baby.
This does nothing to hurt your career. Brandon the Truth Vera, ladies and gentlemen.
Very classy as he fought the legend tonight and went the distance. Brandon Vera defeated by Randy, the Natural Couture. UFC 105, Couture versus Vera, has been brought to you by Bud Light. With the just right taste that's not too heavy, not too light, the difference is drinkability. And by Tap Out, an expression of combat known worldwide, now available at tapout.com. A magical night indeed here in Manchester, England tonight, and the Brits fared very well. Brandon Vera, disappointed, but as he said, he will certainly be back. And Randy, the Natural Couture, reigns supreme in his return to the UFC light heavyweight division. Joe, you talk about it, it's the will. It's the will to compete that keeps Randy Couture at 46 years of age going.
Well, unquestionably, Randy Couture is not fighting for paychecks. He's fighting because he loves the competition and he wants to win. He loves the excitement of it. That said, I do not think that he won that fight. I think we have a real problem with judging in MMA. And I don't think, I think Randy controlled a bunch of the fight, but if you want to look at damage, the damaging kicks to the body, the dominant positions that he was able to achieve, you got to give it 2 rounds to 1 to Brandon Vera, in my opinion.
Well, plain and simple, we've said it many times, you can't leave it in the hands of the judges if you want to secure yourself and guarantee yourself a victory.
What was impressive about Randy, though, is he's still able to keep the clinch going, still able to, even though guys know exactly what he wants to do, he's still able to grab a hold of them, muscle them up against the cage, rough them up, and implement his game plan. Just in this particular instance, I think Brandon did the most damage.
All right, well, speaking of awards, our submission of the night brought to you, of course, by our good friends at Tap Out, and it goes to none other than Terry Edom, one of the Brits on the card this evening.
Terry Edom is just an outstanding fighter, and better every time we see him. He held on to this submission, this guillotine, for a full, solid 30 seconds before Shannon Gogarty tapped with his whole body. I mean, you see it there. Shannon was hanging on as long as he could, but Terry Edom eventually got the victory. Beautiful tap out and a well worth the submission of the night.
Well, our submission of the night brought to you by Tap Out, an expression of combat known worldwide, now available at tapout.com. Now available for a shot at the UFC welterweight title, Dan the Outlaw Hardy.
Dan the Outlaw Hardy, man. I'll tell you what, coming into this fight, a lot of people thought that he was in over his head. A lot of people thought 3 fights in the UFC does not set you up with a guy who's an experienced veteran and a knockout artist like Mike Swick. But the first right hand of the fight dictated the tempo. He landed that big right hand, hurt Mike Swick, and I think that set the pace for the rest of the fight. He tagged him on numerous occasions, had him rocked and wobbly twice, where it looked like he was on his way out. And I'll tell you, if Dan Hardy didn't try to take him down, he might have knocked him out there. I mean, tremendous, tremendous performance. Had Mike Swick in more danger than anybody we've ever seen.
Joe, it's not what happens to the man, it's what he does after it happens to him. Dan Henderson knocked out Michael Bisping. Michael Bisping answered a lot of questions tonight.
Michael Bisping was fantastic tonight against one of the most dangerous opponents of his career, Dennis Kang, well-respected veteran, internationally respected veteran, and I'll tell you what, man, he got in trouble too. He overcame adversity in that fight. He got tagged with a big right hand, showed excellent defense on the ground, great hip escapes, got to a good defensive position over and over again, and didn't take much damage off of his back. Then on his feet, he managed to take Kang down and beat him up, wore him out in that first exchange, and then beat him up again and stopped him afterwards. Michael Bisping, with his back up against the wall, rose to the occasion like a phoenix from the ashes. Outstanding performance.
Joe, another memorable night. The Octagon here in the UK. Manchester fans were great once again.
Oh, it's always exciting here. It was tremendous crowd.
And now we go back to our home in Las Vegas. Michael Bisping, Dan Hardy, Randy Couture tonight, Joe, amongst the victors here at UFC 105. Here's what's coming up inside the Octagon, brought to you by Zenergy, powered by Zions, the great-tasting, sugar-free premium energy drink. 1 week from tonight, Saturday, November 21st, from the Mandalay Bay Event Center in Las Vegas. It's UFC 106, Ortiz versus Griffin 2, presented by Left 4 Dead 2, in stores now. Tito Ortiz returns to the Octagon to face Forrest Griffin. Our coverage begins with UFC 106 prelims live at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific on Spike. Check your listings internationally. The UFC 106 pay-per-view begins at 10 in the East, 7 in the West. Tickets are still available. Then on Saturday, December 5th, it's the finale of The Ultimate Fighter, heavyweights, from the Pearl at the Palms in Las Vegas, Nevada. Live on Spike at 9 p.m. in the U.S. Check your listings internationally. Tickets are still available. Then Saturday, December 12th, from FedEx Forum in Memphis, Tennessee, it's UFC 107. BJ Penn faces Diego Sanchez for the UFC Lightweight Championship. Tickets are still available. Then on Saturday, January 2nd, from the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, it's UFC 108, presented by Bayonetta. Sugar Rashad Evans takes on Thiago Silva. Tickets went on sale today at the MGM Grand Box Office and Ticketmaster.com. For ticket and broadcast information on all upcoming UFC events, log on to UFC.com. And that's what's coming up inside the Octagon, brought to you by Zenergy, powered by Zions, the great-tasting, sugar-free premium energy drink. While there were lots of magical moments tonight, this night truly belongs to the man from right here in Manchester, Michael the Count Bisping. Victorious here in his hometown, defeating Dennis Kang. The executive producers of the Ultimate Fighting Championship, Frank Fertitta III, Lorenzo Fertitta, and UFC President Dana White. Our supervising producers, Craig Borsari. Tonight's show produced by Bruce Connell and directed by Anthony Pasquale Giordano. Alan Connell brought them all across the pond and did a great job. Joe Silva, our matchmaker, the busiest man in the business right now. Impressive indeed was the performance of many, including the immortal one, Matt Brown. Dennis Kang taking on the hometown kid. And tonight was a night that clearly belonged to Manchester's own Michael Bisping. Bisping is back and ready to make another run towards the top. Dan the Outlaw Hardy, Mike Quick Swift, the winner to face George Rush St. Pierre for the welterweight title. And we're going to have the Brit against the French Canadian because Hardy was absolutely outstanding tonight. Hardy defeats Swift. GSP is next. And then in our main event of the evening, the moment of truth in the career of Brandon Vera as he took on the legend Randy Couture. And Couture, with his great Greco-Roman, earned the decision here tonight. For my partner, Joe Rogan, Mike Goldberg saying so long for all of us from Manchester, England. Until next time, we see you right back here inside the Octagon.